Good evening. I am here. It is 1 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, May 7th. I'm officially on a mini vacation for the rest of this week until next week. Under normal circumstances, I'd usually be going to FWA right now, or sleeping to leave in the morning, but that's not happening this year. I am, however, going to be doing stuff the next couple days, so I probably won't be around. Hey Kyle. Loaf. So I'm going to get one more stream in. I was going to possibly stream Friday afternoon, but that might not happen. I don't know. We'll have to see. I was thinking about moving it to tomorrow, but I'm going to be busy because tomorrow is going to be a very rare opportunity for me to get stuff done, and especially recording. I could be as loud as I want without bothering anyone for a few hours, so I'm kind of probably going to take advantage of that while I can. So this is probably the last stream until Sunday, but if something changes, maybe I'll be here. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure there's a lot to talk about here. I'm sure that everyone is absolutely excited for the third remake of Star Fox 64 that got announced today, which is absolutely wild. And I might talk about that in more detail at some other point, like maybe the next stream. But tonight, I just want to get back to this because we have quite a bit to go in this case. Still, we're 4 streams. Wait, are we 4 streams? We're in the 4th stream of this case. We've done an entire case in this case, and now we're doing another case in this case. So, long story short, Dirk visits Apollo. Apollo and him find the Founder's Orb. Paul Attition says the Founder's Orb belongs to him. We found out that not only does it not belong to him, but he also murdered Dr. Buff. And he was doing this to help his benefactor, who was Inga, Mr. Inga, because he wanted the Founder's Orb for some reason. And during the hostage exchange, where Dirk was going to hand over the Founder's Orb to Inga for Maya's safety, shit went down. Inga is now dead. Maya is now in the hospital. She's okay, but she's exhausted, and Dirk is now the suspect in the murder. So of course, this is a big international incident. It's it's shaking Khura'in to its very core, as they say. And we had an investigation point with Apollo and Athena, and now Phoenix and Edgeworth are doing their own investigation, presumably into the other incident that Dirk was supposedly involved in, which is the assassination of his wife, his former wife, Queen Amara, the former queen of Khura'in. I think I already explored this area fully. We're supposed to be going to the audience chamber to meet with Queen Garan. Garan? May 18th, Garan Palace, Audience Chamber. Hey, Ephraim, how you doing? The barbed head lawyer has arrived. We bid you welcome. And you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. Referring to him by name, but not Phoenix. Thank you. This place is still as magnificent as last time. We have heard much about you, Barbed One. It seems your bluffs and tomfoolery tend to leave our court devastated in their wake. Or if you're supposed to be on the other side of the throne. Well, I guess with their father dead. I don't know. Is that what people have been saying about me? Right. Where are your manners? Your Eminence, I am both humbled and delighted to be in your presence. Oh, Your Eminence, glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well. It is all right. There is no need to keep your head bowed all day. Yes, Your Eminence. Rafa's not looking too good. Guess even she can't just bounce back from her father's murder. So what can I do for you, Your Eminence? We wish to question you about something related to the case at hand. Perfect, because I have a few questions of my own. That's one swanky throne. Wouldn't mind taking a seat there myself. The jester and the crown. I imagine it'd make quite the interesting picture. You know, Edgeworth, I hate to say this, but you're absolutely right. Not even gonna argue that one. It's the Garan Royal Guard. The one who came for us earlier said that he's the royal shoulder rubber. Excuse me. Are each of you charged with your own specific task? I'm the royal tea server. I'm the royal taster. I'm the royal bedmaker. I'm the royal fitness tray. Alright, I'm sorry I asked. At this rate, one has to wonder if there's no task left unassigned by Her Eminence. Taster probably fucking choose her food for her. Also, these dudes were not here last time I was here. I don't think. Please take a look at this. That reminds us of when Dirk was still practicing law. So, we see lawyers in your country also present evidence, simply to gauge the other party's reaction when all else has failed. Do not presume to use such simplistic methods upon us. Do not presume. Sorry. She has very little reaction to her husband being dead. Inga's crime. We fear we do not fully comprehend what has transpired. So it is that we summoned you here further to elucidate the situation. Is it true that our husband Inga had been seeking the Founder's Orb? That's right, he wanted to trade a hostage for it. That's why he abducted Maya Fey. Insolent fool! Ow! That is a lie, I say. Father would have never done such a thing. But he did abduct Maya, that much is... I will not stand here and listen to this nonsense. You'll pay for this, you... Ow, please, your benevolence. That is quite enough, Rafa. We understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth. For we believe we know why your father would do such a thing. Huh? We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of obtaining spiritual power. And with it, he intended to usurp the throne. Mother. What do you mean, Your Eminence? Inga was planning a coup, for he was dissatisfied with the current administration, and his secret police was the primary instrument of his treason. The secret police? They came up during the High Priest's murder trial, too. An elite force under the direct command of the Minister of Justice, in this case, Inga. The man who was hunting down rebels as Lady Kira was a member of that group. Indeed, Inga turned that once proud force into his own private army, and he intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us. So your Eminence had no control over them? As much as it shames us to admit it, Khurain is not the unified realm it would appear to be. We are truly sorry you had to witness the dirty underbelly of our kingdom. How could Father... But know that Inga could not have become king simply through our assassination. For in Khurain, only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne. I see. That explains why Minister Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb. Bobbed one, do you recall the man known as Peas Lubben Understandin'? What about him? He too was involved in Inga's machinations. Inga had bought his loyalty, ordered the man to steal the orb and cover up the theft. And then he sent the orb to the US for Dr. Buff to study. It's all coming together. Dahurk the criminal. The capture of the infamous villain Dirk Sadmahi may prove to be the crowning achievement of our reign. Now, perhaps, the kingdom may return to peace it once knew. Oh, what a joyous day. Hail to Her Eminence, Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Khurain! Her Eminence's spiritual power invoked a blessing straight from the Holy Mother. I could see how her cronies would be elated at the prospect, but the Queen herself almost seems giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered. Father. Rafa, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. This is interesting, because like at no point were we ever led to believe that men could have spiritual power in this universe. Because in Khurain Village, apparently only women ever got spiritual power. Men never got any. Maybe that's different in the Kingdom of Kurain. Hey, Wing Zero. How you doing? We have the 2225s in chat, which I guess would make you 450. About that incident that occurred 23 years ago. The one in which Dirk was accused of assassinating Queen Amara. Yes, he set fire to her private residence, burning my dear sister alive. I'm pretty good. I just finished work for the week. I'm on a little bit of a mini vacation this the next 4 days, which is nice because I'm not going to FWA, which would have been tomorrow if I was going. Murder by arson. Only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime. But that event also set the stage for you to become queen. What did you do before you were crowned queen, Your Eminence? As part of our training to be queen, we served in many different governmental positions, the longest of which was as a previous Minister of Justice. It was in that position that we were best able to support our elder sister, Queen Amara. Interesting. That's her husband's position, or at least it was. And when you descended to the throne, you passed the Defense Culpability Act. The DC Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass something like the Defense Culpability Act, Your Eminence? The assassination of our dear sister Amara. When the infamous villain Dirk Sadmahi was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer. That's right, Dirk used to be a lawyer. Dirk had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people, but he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case. I see. But when the truth of his fabrications and the assassination of the Queen came to light, the people were devastated, and trust in the legal system plummeted. Now why does that sound so familiar? Yeah, I wonder. Edgeworth's like, Phoenix, you idiot. Look what you caused to happen to our country for 7 whole years. In Kurain, the Hall of Justice is a sacred space where the victims receive their last rites. Should the people lose their faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core. Hey, Wolfsheep, boop. Cool streak. You need context? 7 or 8 years, no, sorry, not 9 years prior to this game, Phoenix's career ended because he unknowingly presented falsified evidence to the court that was planted on him and then got called out for it, even though he had no idea. And that event, along with a case that occurred about a year later to Athena when she was young, those 2 cases essentially ushered in what would be known as the Dark Age of the Law in the States for the next 7 years until Dual Destinies, where we cleared it up. We cleared up half of it in Apollo Justice and then the other half in Dual Destinies. And now, supposedly, the legal system is back on the up and up, even though nothing's really changed. Should the people lose their faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core. That is why the Defense Culpability Act had to be passed. It was the only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss. So that's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony evidence, huh? But that law is what made lawyers go extinct in your kingdom. Now there's no one left to defend those who have been accused. We see how you could take issue with such a reality. However, we have not banned the act of lawyering itself. Those who are confident that they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as you yourself have shown. Well, I guess so, but without lawyers, there's the possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted. So long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, there needn't be fear of such nefarious dealings. Do you disagree? Perfect prosecutors and their perfect trials, huh? Let's not get started down this path. Furthermore, here in Kurain, we have the divination seance, and so it is we no longer need lawyers, for the dead do not lie. Well, in the short time I've been here, I've beaten back false charges twice, and I found that cases built on the memories of the dead are less than perfect. So yes, I do take issue with the Defense Culpability Act, to say the least. Such relentless rhetoric. Your reputation precedes you, Barbed One. It feels as if we ourselves are being cross-examined. Oh, no, that wasn't my intention. It is true that some feel the Defense Culpability Act is a necessary evil at best, but it is a small sacrifice upon which the peace of our kingdom has been forged. If you consider executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice, then sure. The fact is that following its passage, the crime rate here in Kurain dropped markedly. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the Defense Culpability Act. Really? None at all? Right, why don't we leave it at that? This isn't a court of law, after all. Yeah. About the Founder's Orb that was to be exchanged for the hostage. It went missing after the murder. Would you happen to know anything about that? It's missing. I'm sure Dirk had it when he went into the tomb. If it wasn't there, I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence. In that case, then perhaps Dirk has hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there is the matter of that horned youth you were with. Oh, you must mean Apollo. From his odd hairstyle, maybe he assumed him to be a relative. Perhaps your younger brother. No, you've got it all wrong. He's Dirk's son. Why would you say that to Queen Garan? Well, more like foster son. They're not actually related by blood. Dirk's? Royal Guard? Your Eminence! What's she whispering in that one guy's ear? Thank you for your time. The two of you may go now. Yes, Your Eminence. We'll be on our way. Okay, now what? Apollo and Athena have the murder scene investigation covered, so... maybe we should go speak with the locals over at the bazaar. Why would Phoenix tell Garan that Apollo was related to Dirk? That is like the stupidest thing he could have done. May 18th, Kurain Bazaar. That's the warbod. What? Was that a lion? Oh, that caught me by surprise too when I first heard it. It's the cry of a local bird known as a warbod. A bird? That sounds like that. Sounds more like a beast than a bird, if you ask me. It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff. Yes, well, can't say I've heard of one quite like that before. Oh, it's more than unusual. It's endangered. It's extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days. If it's so rare, then what's one doing out here in the middle of the bazaar? Got me. Maybe it's got something to do with it being their national bird. Ah! Was that a gunshot? Staria, PW? What was that, Dots? Defiant Dragon's newest weapon. I called these puppies Dragon Snot Snaps. Snot? Thought it was like Dragon Shot Snaps. I guess the N, Snot Snap. Huh, and you need those... why? Because our hard work is starting to pay off. Thanks to our TV signal hijacking and stuff, more and more people are joining our cause. But on account of that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough-like. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately. You could say that again. I mean, what with the High Priest's fake murder/suicide? People are calling it the DCA tragedy. That's causing a real public uproar. Hopefully this means Tarrust's death won't be in vain after all. You seem like such a fun-loving guy, too. That sucks. So how exactly is a handful of firecrackers going to be of help to you guys anyway? Simple. First I supply them to our fellow rebels. Then we use them as a diversion when we need to shake Garon's goons. Huh? Like this. What? Will you cut that out? I'm not with the regime, and I'm not chasing you. Your reaction. That was priceless, PW. I guess I startled that warbot, too. It's a miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing. You there. You are one of those insurgents, are you not? Yikes! Take that! Ah! And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought. Barbed Head. Your benevolence, what can I do for you? I wanted to speak with you. About what my mother said. I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup. Well, I can understand why you'd feel like that, but it was a setup. Someone must have been plotting against him. And how do you know that? I just do, because the Holy Mother guides me. And as the Royal Priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see. Maybe this is just how Rafa expresses her sense of duty. You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you, and bestow upon you the Royal Priestess's wisdom. Ha, 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 ha. That's the best news I've heard all day, Your Benevolence. No one would dare get in our way with Rafa by our side. We humbly accept your offer, don't we, Edgeworth? As you wish, Wright. Excellent, then let us begin with my father's private quarters. We should be able to find some clues there. I shall explode. I shall expose this false charge for what it is, if it's the last thing I do. Could it be? Is the reason she's so defensive about Inga because she's the daddy's girl? Barbed Head, let us not waste any time. My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence. Now follow me. Wait, she's sure in a hurry. Right, the minister's private quarters may hold evidence related to this murder as well. Yeah, maybe we could kill two birds with one stone here. Rafa's awfully fired up. Just hope she'll be ready for the truth we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair. Never thought the day would come when we'd been investigating a case side by side. Oh, because I never thought the day would come when you'd get sentimental on me. Come on, Wright. Time's a-wasting. Wait, exactly which one of us is wasting time here? Oh, that was everything in this area. Wait, why do we come back here? May 18th, Karan Palace, Royal Residence. Now, if we could figure out which one of these buildings houses Inga's private quarters, I would imagine it's the house with the symbol that was on his badge. That's where we'll find Rafa. Now that's what I call an extravagant exterior. Is this where Inga's private quarters are? Watch your step, Right. That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere. Yeah, the ground's soaked. I wonder who did this. I think someone's in there. Father. Is that Princess Rafa? There were still so many things I wish to tell you. She always puts up such a brave face. But hearing her cry all alone, I can't help but think of Trucy. Father. Princess Rafa, are you in there? Ah! Just a moment, I'll be right out. I see you are finally here. Well, let's commence our investigation, shall we? Your Benevolence, maybe you should rest for a minute first. You were eavesdropping on me, weren't you? No, I mean, yes, sorry. I couldn't help overhearing. It wasn't like I was spying on you or anything. You stupid barbed head. Youch! You could have feigned ignorance, you know. It's as if your brain-to-mouth filter shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom. Ugh, not that bad, Edgeworth. Anyway, what took you so long? Thought you would have never get here. You have a lot of nerve keeping the Crown Princess waiting. Oh, sorry? This was my father's residence. I've already unlocked it, so you could go right in. I'm guessing she's bonking him with the staff. The bonks is a murder device. Oh, and be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there. A dingbat dog? That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth. Wonder how it got into this area. Do you know what it looked like? I have better things to do than memorize what some stray dog looks like. Anyway, it's not worth talking about. Let's search my father's room, shall we? Really hope she's alright. Is that... Hold on. Is that LaBelle's hairspray from the last game? It kind of looks like it. May 18th, Garan Palace, Inga's private quarters. What a mess. You could definitely tell a guy used to live in this room. Guess Inga and I had at least that much in common. Bah, this stuff keeps getting in my way. Nena! Oh. Huh? Where's Nena? Normally. She comes running whenever Rafa calls. That's right. Nena is what? Oh, well, you, Bobhead, come hold the staff for me. Why me? Just take it. It's too heavy and I'm tired of holding it. How does Nena put up with this day in and day out? I'll just set it over here for now. Barbed Head. I, the Royal Priestess of Kurain, shall share my thoughts on the abduction. You will? Listen carefully, for such opportunities do not come too often. The Staff of Power and Bonking get. Equip it for +10 magic and attack. Yes, of course. We'd be grateful to hear anything you'd like to share. My father was very likely seeking to obtain the Founder's Orb, but it was not for the purpose of a coup d'etat. It was all for my sake. For your sake. The Founder's Orb is capable of bestowing great spiritual power. My father truly believed that. And he wanted that power to be mine. I haven't finished my training and I still can't channel spirits. He was doing it for me. Right, I see. Well, do you understand why he did it now? I do, but it doesn't change the fact that Minister Inga was a kidnapper. But I guess you don't believe he is, do you? Ooh! New information is sure to surface upon further investigation. Suffice it to say, he did this all for me. End of story. Was he really trying to obtain the orb for Rafa? Somehow I doubt it. Speaking of powers, I wonder if Rafa will be performing the divination seance tomorrow. Should probably ask her about that. Tomorrow's seance. I take it you'll be conducting tomorrow's divination seance? Who else if not I? Good point. The thing is, divination seances are all about what victims experienced in their final moments. So tomorrow, Rafa will experience her own father's death exactly as it happened. That's more than anyone should ever have to deal with. Do you really have to go through with the seance tomorrow? There's really no one else? What about just calling the whole thing off? It's not as if I'm doing this because I want to. No? Never mind. I misspoke. The divination seance is a very important duty of the Royal Priestess, and it is one I intend to fulfill. There's that word. Duty. Duty. Performing the divination seance is very important for a priestess. But duty or not, it's a heavy burden for someone so young. Even worse, she'll be forced to watch her father's murder. Will it be a weight too heavy for her to bear? Nena. Your benevolence, I notice Nena isn't with you today. I know not where she has gone. I have not spoken with her since this morning. I assume she must be quite busy today. I did catch a glimpse of her a little after 2 o'clock. I tried calling out to her, but she went off somewhere again. A little after 2. It's about an hour before the murder. Indeed, of all the times for this to happen, she normally comes to me the moment I call her name. I know it's hard to believe, but even nannies have lives, you know. Your inability to find her after the murder is slightly alarming. Wonder if her absence is related to today's incidents somehow. Do you think she was unwittingly caught up in them? Who knows? At the very least, I don't think she was at the scene of the crime. Nena, I hope she's alright. Rafa seems really worried of her. Nena and Rafa. thunder outside? Uh-oh. Your benevolence. Has Nana served you long? Yes, she's been at my beck and call for as long as I remember. I've heard she even cared for me as an infant, right down to changing my diapers. Your diapers? Almost sounds like she could be your mother. Indeed. That's a simple fact of life when your mother's busy being queen. Nana takes care of my every need. She's my teacher in all things as well. Rifa's pool of knowledge seems rather lopsided in some respects. Could that be the result of Nana's teachings? Nana, could it be that my trusted attendant has come to dislike me? Yeah, looks like it's raining a bit now, but it'll get sunny later. Perfect. Don't want it raining when I go to Miku Expo. Now that I think about it, perhaps I've been acting rather spoiled as of late. Oh, I'm sure she'll be back. Yes, I suppose Nana would never truly abandon me. Upon her return, I will do something nice for her. Perhaps she'd like a shoulder massage. And yet I can't shake the feeling that Nana's connected to this case in some way. Remove that vile badge from my sight. If you insist on tormenting me, I will take matters into my own hands. Hey, don't bite it. It is much harder than I thought. What do you think it's made of? Your benevolence, I wanted to ask you about this. Nana! Nana! Where are you? I thought you said she wasn't around. Oh, yes. Of course. Well, you're sadly mistaken if you think questioning Nana will clear things up. But I'm trying to question you, not Nana. Hey, look at your dead father. Your benevolence? Father. Whoops, sorry. Didn't mean to hurt you like that. Do not underestimate me. I'm the royal priestess, and as such, I will experience my father's death tomorrow. So hand it over. A photo of the corpse will not phase your benevolence. Right, you fool. Put that picture away. There's no need to worry. I simply lost my footing, that's all. Now I'm really worried about tomorrow. Oh, Nana's profile's here now. Nana, age unknown, Rafa's attendant. She disappeared all of a sudden after Minister Inga's death. What's this? Je suis la belle? Never thought I'd see this brand again. It appears to be a sample of some sort of spray-on hair color. Color, jet black. Wonder if Inga was going gray. Here, Edgeworth, maybe you can use it. I like my natural hair color just fine, thank you very much. It's weird, Phoenix wouldn't even see that. He wasn't part of that case. His desk is crammed full of documents. That was an Apollo Athena case. They appear to be paperwork for executions. But for this many cases? Indeed, something is rotten in the kingdom of Kurain. This one dates back to 5 years ago. Something tells me he simply kept putting them off because he hated doing paperwork. There's some muddy shoe prints here. Come to think of it. There was some spilled water by the entrance. Somebody must have stepped in it before coming in here. They're already dry. That means they're at least several hours old. And someone must have been in here in the early afternoon. For our servants clean this room each day. Here in Kurain we have a saying, leave not today's untidiness to the morrow. Mine is why clean up today what you could leave for tomorrow. This is most likely a special ink pad for the Justice Minister's stamp. His insignia is carved big and bold right in the lid. Ah yes, don't clean, put it off. Yeah. Talk about overkill. Did he really have to mark everything he owned? Actually, that sounds pretty cool. I should get the insignia on my business cards printed onto a stamp with my initials on it. That'd be neat. I see grape juice up there. That's one luxurious and comfy looking bed. Slept on nothing but hard floors since coming to Kurain. Can't wait to sleep in a nice soft bed again. What is the insignia? A bird? Yeah. Oh, I guess I've never shown it to you, huh? Here, actually, best, easiest way to show it off is to show my voiceover website. It's like literally right at the top. Nessie drew it for me. It's on my business cards. Bedge. Then take it. It's yours if you wish. Not bad. Yeah, I know. It's pretty good. We'll have to clean this room out anyway, now that my father's gone. Don't you want to keep these things as a memento of your father? Besides, I don't need his spirit haunting me late at night. Do you suppose if I slept on it, I could see my father once more? Princess Rayfa. I honestly don't know how to answer that. Wow, that's one gaudy sculpture. My father sculpted it himself from a block of solid gold. Why does it not surprise me that he was also a narcissist? It's pretty detailed. He even included that personal stamp of his. Hey, the stamp's a little loose. Ah! Look, there's a secret safe inside. Oh my, to think such a thing was here all this time. Rats, looks like we'll need the combination to get into it. This chair looks like it was modeled after the Inga's suit jacket. It's got the arms on it. The backrest even has those fancy buttons of his. Imagine they make the chair awfully uncomfortable to sit on. Actually, they serve to massage the pressure points on his back. My father suffered from terrible back pain, you see. Wonder if it really works. This notepad must have belonged to Inga. Let's see. Inga's notes, Nana. Purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead. She does have a diamond-shaped tattoo. Dirk, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Yeah. Phoenix Wright, spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie. Wait, is this necktie really pink? That's strange. These appear to be notes detailing people's most prominent characteristics. Hey, there's even some stuff about me in here. Why would he bother doing this? I'm afraid even I cannot answer that. Whatever the reason, it's giving me a case of the heebie-jeebies. It's as though he was taking down descriptions of people over the phone. That's what it reminds me of, anyway. What a brilliant deduction. One fitting of a chief prosecutor such as yourself. I commend you. That's high praise coming from you, your benevolence. Edgeworth's right, they do look like dictation notes, but... I don't know. I mean, why bother describing Nana, who you must have seen every day? Notepad used by Inga. People's characteristics are written inside. It's a syringe and a vial. Those are for my father's back pain. He said it really helped when the pain was particularly unbearable. It was that bad, huh? I must have been injecting some sort of painkiller directly into his back then. Yes, my father said his back pain can knock him off his feet. I know the feeling. Experienced some pretty severe back pain of my own. No, we can't have you throwing your back out in court, so why don't you take a vial? Oh, no thanks. Your body builds up a tolerance to that sort of thing. Medication Inga used for his back pain, said to make the pain disappear. I thought you didn't want them. I'm going straight to the chiropractor as soon as I get home. No, go to a back specialist, not a chiropractor. I'm really beginning to wonder what's inside that safe. Any idea what the combination might be, your benevolence? None whatsoever. Looks like a 4-digit combo lock, so maybe it's a date. But it's probably not anything that would be easy to guess. Well, let's try some dates and see what happens. Wonder what date Inga could use as a combination. Parents' anniversary is probably the least likely. How about your parents' anniversary? I have not the faintest idea of when that is. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't, huh? It's December 11th. How in the world did you know that fact, Edgeworth? I don't. I simply deduced it using elementary school level logic. High school, I downgraded it. Though I doubt you could grasp at how I arrived at my conclusion, so I'll save my breath. There's no way he didn't use some kind of superpower to come up with that. Anyway, here it goes. 1211. No good. Won't open. Let's try another number, shall we? Date the DC Act was enabled. How about the date the Defense Culpability Act was enabled? Do you know when that was, your benevolence? Nana! Nana! Your benevolence. Yes, of course. I believe the date would be June 14th. Really, Edgeworth is whispering in the ears of elites. Here's the secret to your success. Alright, let's give 0614 a try. Nope, that's not it. Time to try something else. Rafa's birthday. When's your birthday, your benevolence? You're wasting your time. It could not possibly be my birthday. Oh, come on, it's worth a shot. Fine, it's December 24th. Christmas Eve. Let's give it a try. 1, 2... 2... Ah! It opened. It did? Yep, and it looks like the bottom safe was a fake. Something meant to mislead would-be thieves, no doubt. Still, it was rendered quite ineffective by his use of such an easily guessed combination. Why, Father? Why my birth date? I can't say I expected the sculpture's chest to open as opposed to the safe itself. What do you suppose is in there? Probably nothing. It's most likely just a decoy for unsuspecting thieves, after all. Seems Minister Inga kept his most valuable possessions much closer to his chest. Well, they're bound to stay safe and sound, huh? Okay, let's see what's in here. This looks like a letter or something. Let's see. Dear Father, wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You're always so kind and I love you very much. I hope you live to be 100 years old. Love, Rafa. I wrote this to my father when I was 8 years old. Father, why would you hold on to something so childish and stupid? There are some other papers in here. Garan assassination plan. I can't believe he would label the document that. This is a plan for its coup d'etat. Once I poison the queen, the throne will be mine. The spiritual power obtained from the treasure will back up my claim. In the meantime, the secret police are to keep a close watch on Garan. What? Give me that. I don't understand. Seems Justice Minister Inga was plotting the assassination of the queen. This can't be true. Father would never harm Mother. Poor Rafa, this has to come as a terrible shock. What's this? There's a photo in here, too. Way to write it down for all to see and find out your plan. Yeah, I know. I guess, you know what? No one would have opened that safe unless he was dead, so it wouldn't matter at that point. It's a photo of a woman and a baby. I wonder who they are. On the far left, there's a law book with the mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it. Wait, that's... your benevolence? How can this be? Princess Rafa! She's looking incredibly pale. Your benevolence, are you alright? Alright? How can I be alright? Huh? All that I have believed... it was all lies. I'm afraid I don't follow. What the heck's she talking about? Can I ask who the woman in the picture is? How should I know? It seems I didn't know anything that was going on. Doesn't look like I'm going to get much more out of her while she's like this. Picture from Inga's safe shows a woman, a baby, and a law book that has a mark branded on it. Mother. Huh? Must ask my mother about the secret she is hiding. What secret? I must go. Goodbye. Wait! What was that all about? It's like her mind was off somewhere else. It appears this photo really upset her. Wonder who the lady in this picture is. Stop! Shadow, come back here! Wait, that sounds like Albie and Shadow. That's odd. Commoners aren't normally allowed in this area. Wonder what's afoot. We've already searched here, but it never hurts to take another look around. May 18th, Garan Palace. Royal Residence. Oh! Edgeworth! Love that. I hope one of you has a good explanation for this. I'm so sorry. Hi, Albie. No, Shadow. Bad dog. Leave the man's frilly thingamajig alone. Doggo. If you would kindly detach your dog from my cravat. Right away, sir. Just hold still and... And? Oh, stop pulling like that. You'll only stretch the fabric. Come on, Shadow. Let go of his cravatchamacallit. This isn't working. I'll just have to pull harder then. 1, 2... Wait, what are you... 3... Come on! Oh, I need air! Oh, they were literally choking him. Were you trying to kill me? Was worth that much of that. I'm really sorry, mister. My dog has a habit of attacking frilly things like that. Maybe for his sake, you should stick to more traditional targets, like cars, or his tail. What's worse, he snuck in here again today and stole some weird-looking hat. I don't know what to do anymore. Bad dog. You're a very bad dog. Wait a second, I've seen that hat before. Oh, that's an attorney's badge from your homeland, right? I studied all about it. Allow me to explain. There's a reason why the badge is shaped like a sunflower. You know how sunflowers always turn to face the sun, the source of their well-being? Well, lawyers are like that. They will chase after anything that will make them money. What? Guess people hate lawyers in your country too, huh? Where did you get your information from again? A proud sermon Chief Prosecutor Payne gave in the middle of the bazaar the other day. Wow, so Payne is still the chief prosecutor in this country. That's incredible. Lawyers already have a bad enough time here without his lies. What do you know about this, Albie? Sorry, I don't know anything about that. I'm the worst tour guide ever. No, it's my fault for randomly whipping it out and asking you about it. God, he and Apollo, like two penises in a pod. Don't worry, I'll study hard, so I'll be ready to answer all your questions next time. Now I feel like a jerk. Hey, Albie, you want some drugs? Frilly hat. Albie, can I see that hat again? Sure. Wait, isn't this Nana's hat? But I thought she disappeared. Shadow swiped it from someone. Albie, how exactly did Shadow get this? Allow me to explain. It all started when we were on a walk through the bazaar today, when suddenly dots popped out of a manhole. Ha! Whoa! Fangs of defiant dragons. Ha! Ha! Dots a Rebel is here. Say, you want to join our cause, kid? Huh? Naturally, I was super startled by that weirdo's sudden appearance. Back, dog of the Garan regime! Huh? But this is my dog, Shadow. Defiant Dragon's secret weapon. Dragon Snot Snaps. Chew! Ah! Oof. Wait a minute. The perfect thing for him saying that. This is something I'm giving to Nessie tomorrow. It's a button that when you press it, it makes the Roblox oof. Can't really rapid press it. Also got something else interesting today. That's some high quality oof, yeah. Also got something else very interesting today. I've always wanted an automaton, and now I have a deluxe one. It turns out that squeezing the mouse does not make the notes. I always thought that was how you actually played the notes. No, it's just squeezing the mouth just makes it do the other version of the sound. By altering how the sound comes out of the machine. Oh man, the look on your face, that was classic! Sudden bang of the firecracker spooked Shadow, and he ran off into the crowds. Ah, Shadow, come back here! That'll teach you, Garon's lapdog. You there, what do you think you're doing? Ah, not good. That's when a policeman came running over and hauled Dots away. That happened around 2 p.m. if I remember correctly. Not even going to pretend I know what Dots was trying to do. I chased right after Shadow, and when I finally caught up to him here in the palace courtyard, he had this in his mouth. 2 p.m., huh? That's about an hour before the minister's death. Nana supposedly went missing after the murder, but this would place her here at the palace at around 2. At around 2 p.m., Shadow was surprised by a firecracker, ran to the courtyard, and stole Nana's hat. Actually, I just remembered I saw something pretty amazing around that time, too. Something amazing? So, Albie, what was it you saw that was so amazing? I saw Her Eminence Queen Garon channeling a spirit. Is it really that big of a deal to see her channeling someone? You bet it is. Commoners are never allowed to behold the sacred rite. Oh, can you tell me more? Of course, I'm always happy to explain. I believe it was around 2:10 p.m. I got lost in the palace grounds while looking for Shadow. Oh, what is this place? Gives me the creeps. Where could Shadow have gone? In my search, I took a peek into a small room and that's when I saw Queen Garon. She was channeling a spirit for a neighboring kingdom's king. I saw her transform right before my eyes. I was so excited I had to take a picture of it. You took a picture? I know I shouldn't have, but I just couldn't help myself. Between this and the treasure room, Albie's not exactly a picture of self-restraint. Her channeling rite ended right after that, so I ran off before anyone could spot me. Could have been arrested again, you know? Why would there not have been a royal guard, like, right outside the room? Yeah, I know. Anyway, here's a copy of the picture. Just don't tell anyone I was the one who took it. I worry about his future sometimes. Channeling photo. A picture taken at around 2 p.m. of the channeling rite. Halt! You broke the law! Boom! Come to think of it, how did you and Shadow get into the royal residence anyway? It's not open to commoners, after all. Allow me to explain. This is undoubtedly going to come in handy at some point. Stop, you violated the law. That was it. Can't tell if her... It looks like her tattoos aren't there. I'll be in the courtyard. Balking will continue until morale improves. Uh-oh. There's a way to get into the palace from the bazaar. It's quite a bit of a tight squeeze, though. Shadow can easily fit, but anyone bigger than me is out of luck. You don't say. Yeah, part of the palace wall's damaged, and there's a hole I could just make it through. Go on. Bet you didn't know they have some really tasty food here. Oh, then this isn't your first time in here, huh? Trespassing's illegal, you know. This is illegal, you know. No, it's not like that. I didn't mean any harm. It's just... I want to help change this kingdom. What do you mean? Well, after Miss Faye's trial, I started thinking, like, maybe there was something I could do to help the revolution, too. Maya's trial, huh? That tragedy only happened because of how twisted Karayan's legal system has become. Yeah, sorry, Rafa, the laws of your kingdom are full of crap. The DC Act led to the false charges against Maya and the High Priest's suicide. That trial also caused the public to start questioning the current state of things. It seems even Albie has some pretty strong feelings on the matter. I knew there had to be something I could do to help. That's when I remembered the hole in the palace wall and started thinking. Maybe I could sneak in and take a picture of one of the royals up to no good. I just want to do my part. The spirit of revolution seems to be catching on, even with one so young. Right, the momentum is steadily building, and the tipping point is fast approaching. It's just a matter of when. Just like meeting my neighbor, Suzy, S-U-Z-Y. That day is fast approaching. I agree, and the public's perception of the Divine Dragon seems to be changing too. But Albie... You can't go trespassing like that. Even if it's for a good cause, it's not right. Okay, mister, I go into crime scenes without permission all the time. Okay, I won't do it again. Albie, is that really all you have to confess? You haven't been up to any other mischief? And when I say you, I mean Shadow. Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Nice try, Albie, but the proof is literally right in front of us. Albie, you wouldn't happen to know who knocked over this urn, would you? Doggo's the real evil. Because her benevolence told me something rather interesting. The dingbat dog she mentioned wouldn't happen to be Shadow, would it? Oh! I guess the dog's out of the bag. Sorry I lied, but I was worried I'd get in trouble. I know I shouldn't lie to a lawyer like that. No, it's not good to lie to anyone like that, so let's try to only tell the truth, okay, Albie? Oh, Mr. Wright, I almost forgot. I saw a couple of Americans a moment ago. They had really weird haircuts, so I thought they might be friends of yours. Really now, seems your little friend thinks all of us Americans have strange hairstyles. Suppose we have you to thank for that, right? So what exactly did their hair look like? There was a guy with 2 crops of hair sticking out of his forehead like antennae. And there was this lady with a long bunch of hair that looked like a big orange spider leg. Oh, that sounds like Apollo and Athena. What were they doing? They were racing through the bazaar, with the Grand Royal Guard in hot pursuit. Wait, what? Why were they being pursued? I'm not sure, but I have my suspicions. Just hope they're alright. Sorry for not mentioning it before. Just kind of slipped my mind. All this because you had to tell fucking Garan that Apollo was related to Dirk. Absolute dipshit behavior. So, who did not hear about the Star Fox news today? I'm assuming everyone heard about it. I've already pre-ordered my copy. Oh my, where am I? Oh, I put myself away because of the to be continued. Actually, one second. I'm gonna take a quick break here. Yee. Alright. Next segment. May 18th. Kurain Bazaar. Wow, we've had 3 investigation segments in a row. Those guys sure are persistent. Yeah, they even wore me out, and that doesn't happen often. Why are they after us anyway? Oh, Apollo, it's those royal guards again. Ugh, quick, hide. Hey, where'd Hornhead and Spidey Hair go? Spidey Hair? They're not talking about me, are they? Is that a trick question? You know you're hiding somewhere around here! Apollo, that weird-looking bird over there. Did it just... Yeah, it did. It's called a warbod, and... You know what? I'll tell you about it later when we're not being chased by masked men. Come out, wherever you are! Hand over the Founder's Orb if you know what's good for you! Figures they're after the orb. I don't want to know what they'd do to us if we were captured. They'd grill us in those obnoxious loud voices. I'd cave after the first hour and confess to whatever they wanted, truth or not. Coming out, you foreign devils! This has gone far enough! You must not keep Her Eminence waiting any longer! The way they drag their words out is really weird. It doesn't make sense. We've got to get out of here. There must be a safe place to hide somewhere. Apollo, we shouldn't be standing around talking like this. Who knows what they'll do to us if they catch us? You're right, let's find somewhere safe to hide. Apollo, do you really have to show me that right this second? Sorry, it's just something I do now when I'm stuck. Anyway, your shouting isn't helping either. That voice, it's Spidey Hair! Eek! Yeah! Oh! She sent him flying. Let's find somewhere else to hide before the other guards get here. If I present other evidence... Yeah. Unlimited guard toss. I like how they let us move, even though there's no, Oh, it doesn't matter where you go. You can do that. The pile grows. The pile must feed. +1 kill, +2, +3. God, I don't know why, but reading +1, +2, +3 made me think of, Pokemon Champions. So I am at Ultra Ball rank 1. I am 1 rank away from hitting Master Ball tier and getting the final, inventory upgrade. And I am getting my ass kicked every time I get to rank 1 and getting sent back to rank 2. It sucks. Maybe we could hide here. No way, they'd find us in no time. Stay where you are! They're closing in on us. We gotta find a place to hide. I'm curious, actually. Hold on a second. I go to the detention center and, like, examine the bell. Or the guard. Stop hiding and come out with your hands up! Oh no. They're closing in. They'll catch us if we don't find somewhere else to hide, and quick. Okay, so there is different dialogue if you choose a non-location to examine. They really thought of that. I mean, I would just make it so you can't move in this segment instead. Anyway, we know exactly where we have to go. It's the manhole. Look, a manhole. Ah, that's right. Also, hey, Sully, how you doing? Impy? Aw. You should come rest on your big birdie bed. Athena, I know where we can hide. Follow me. Oh, where are we going? Where are we going, Treebeard? Wait, you're not seriously thinking about going down there? It smells like rotten eggs. You know those rats I hear? Got no choice. I get us somewhere safe, but this is the only way in. On it. Quick, before it's too late. Ugh, it's going to take forever to get this stench out of my hair. May 18th, former Sadmahi law offices. Looks like we lost him. That was close. Dirk's office. How long has it been since I last set foot in here? At least we're safe now, but... Why is Athena all huddled over in the corner like that? Ah! Dots? AJ, what the heck are you doing here? Garon's Royal Guards are after us. Once a rebel, always a rebel. Don't worry, the regime doesn't know about this place, so you can relax now, even though from the outside it's probably just a normal building that's boarded up. I would think that they would think of looking in here. Good, but since when am I part of the rebellion? I don't recall signing up. Apollo? Mr. Wright, what are you doing here? We saw you two go into that manhole. You narrowly escaped the guard's notice. It was like watching a pair of ostriches burying their heads in the sand. Guess that was a closer shave than I thought. Anyway, you're safe and sound now, and that's what really counts. Oh, and I have some evidence for you. Thanks, Mr. Wright. Case evidence received from the boss. So what is this dubious hovel we found ourselves in anyway? It's the Defiant Dragon Safe House, also known as the former Sadmahi Law Offices. I see. Well, though it might just be happenstance, here I am, a chief prosecutor hiding out in a rebel base. Please don't report this place to the local police, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Might as well take a look around while we're waiting for the heat to die down out there. Come on, Athena, stop moping over there and help me check this place out. Please tell me there's a shower here. There's a sink in the kitchen, and if you're lucky, maybe even some soap. I'm sorry I even asked. So, Dots, you guys are still using this office, I see. Yep, except now it's the official headquarters of the Defiant Dragons. But as Dirk said, and I quote, "We must keep it for the day when Kurain needs lawyers once more." Restoring the legal system to its rightful form through popular uprising. Can tell how much Dirk believes in his cause. Oh, and AJ, Dirk said something else that might interest you. He said he hopes you'll come back and take over this office someday. To take over? Me? Those were his words. May have been half joking, though. Dirk, guess what I heard from PW? AJ's become a lawyer. Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you. Must have been because of you, Dirk. I'm not so sure about that. I imagine he's already forgotten about me. What are you talking about? Bet he can't wait to follow in your footsteps. Nothing would make me happier. Maybe one day he'll return to Kurain and take over this office. It's just a pipe dream, though. Dirk really said that? Dirk was never a hands-on kind of dad. But not a day went by when he wasn't thinking of you. That much I'm sure of. Doesn't get more paternal than that. Dirk, and to think I really did spend my days trying to forget you. Looking forward to a nice long talk once you're free. Sadmahi Law Offices. That's the sign Dirk used to display out front. Hey, Dots. Heard the office used to do quite a bit of business. And it did. Dirk was a famous lawyer with countless courtroom victories, after all. He was the dauntless dragon who turned trials upside down, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. His fame as a lawyer spread far and wide across Kurain back in the day. Hope the day comes when he could proudly display the sign again. I'm surprised to see so many appliances here. There's even a TV. Speaking of which, we gave the people of Kurain quite a shock when the plumed Punisher, Warrior of Near Twilight Realm, was last on TV. You mean that show where the actors played the parts of Dirk and Rafa? You hijacked that in the middle of its broadcast, right? Yup. All their writers do each week is try to ruin the Defiant Dragon's good name. So we decided to hit him where it hurts. Must been real shocking, especially for the kids who waited all week to see it. I mean, the show's main villain was actually hijacking the very show he's in. Ew, is that a newt? Come on, Athena, can't you tell a gecko when you see one? What's the difference? Geckos like to live in houses, while newts prefer to be outside near water. They're totally different creatures. Well, how do you know this one wasn't caught outside near some water? Could very well be a gecko. No, I'm pretty sure it's a newt. Oh, then you agree it's a newt, Apollo? Ah, I fell right into her trap there. You're both wrong, it's just a plain old lizard. Look, the food's gone. Who's the kid? Wait a second, that's you, Apollo. I recognize those horns anywhere. Is that really the way anybody recognizes me? You were so cute. And who's that fine young-looking man? That's Nayuta, back when he used to smile. Wow, his smile is absolutely angelic. Sure brings back memories. That was taken the day we all went out fishing. Evil horns. What was Prosecutor Son Mahi like when he was younger? He was kind of quiet, but passionate when it came to his convictions. When he finally made prosecutor, he was all fired up to change Karine for the better. But now he's nothing more than Garon's lackey. Seems like Dots has a lot to say about Nayuta. I'll ask him about his thoughts later. Wonder what's in this file. Oh, it's full of newspaper clippings. Page 1. The arson incident involving Amara's private residence. Amara was slipped a sleeping pill and perished in the fire. The lighter found at the scene had Dirk's fingerprints on it. It seems to be a collection of documents and information on Amara's assassination. So this is what Dirk was talking about. We already know what most of the stuff is here on... We already know most of the stuff here on top. Let's see what else there is. Where did he get all this? Anything important here? What about this? Page 20. Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in this incident and lost his life. He was struck in the head by the culprit. The victim's passport and any pictures of him were burned up in the fire. Without knowing his real name, no divination seance could be performed. What? This is about your father, Apollo. Looks like it. But I was never told much more than what's written here. Really? How come? Dirk always skated around the subject. Maybe he thought I was still too young. Plus, I always thought of Dirk as my dad, so I never really brought it up. Oh, I see. Still, I kind of feel sorry for your real dad. My real dad. I was never really interested in learning about him. But after seeing his picture, I can't help but feel a little curious. Wonder if Dots could tell me anything about him. File containing a ton of info on the assassination of Amara Sigatar Kurayin. Apollo, this file looks like it might be useful. But there are many pages, I can't tell what's important. I need someone to help organize this, and I think I know just the person to ask. Phoenix Wright. This is Dirk's old law book. Look, there's a mark on the cover. Looks like it was branded on with a hot iron. Yeah, I think it was done in protest against the Defense Culpability Act. There's an entry on the DC Act right here, see? In the name of Her Eminence, those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. Oh, so this is the infamous anti-lawyer law you guys are always talking about? Document establishing the Defense Culpability Act in the name of the Queen. I'll be your guide, age 9, when not undergoing monastic training. This plucky kid works as a tour guide. Dots, what's with the altar? It's where we pay our respects to the victims of the Defense Culpability Act. The DC Act is a heinous law that puts innocent people to death. Well, that's supposed to protect the people, sends them to their graves instead. Talk about insane. There's a scary-looking knife sticking out of the Queen's picture. If anyone saw this, they'd think the Defiant Dragons were a violent group. Oh, that was actually me trying to kill a fly. I threw that knife at it, but I whiffed, and the thing ended up stuck right between her eyes. I mean, this wasn't on purpose? Wait. Don't tell me we have to go back out through the manhole to get out of here. The only reason this safe house is still safe is because the front door's been boarded up. Fine, then I'll just have to live here till the revolution begins. What if I told you rats come out at night? We'll just have to start the revolution before sundown. But the revolution never thought it'd get a new ally this way. What's with all the spider webs, Dots? Oh, I missed that with Phoenix. Don't you ever clean the place? Not the webs. We have what we call a symbiotic relationship. Okay. They catch the bugs that get in here, and I don't clean them up. You know, that actually makes a lot of sense. Dirk's jacket. You should try it on, Apollo. It might actually suit you. Really? There's also a spare eye patch here. Why not try that on, too? Sorry, just picturing you all that. It's just too funny. Ow, my pride. Spider. New costume unlocked. That should be a costume for Apollo in the next game. Dots, wasn't Nayuta once part of the Defiant Dragons? Yep, Yuta was a rising star in the Resistance. He vowed to fight for the cause of the legal system. Said he'd become a prosecutor and he gave Inga and Garan the smackdown they deserved. But now he's... yeah, a puppet of the Garan regime. Not only that, but now he's gonna prosecute his own dad. Just doesn't add up. I wonder what happened to him. Me too, but if I had to guess, I'd say Garan has some serious leverage over him. Leverage? Like what? Wish I knew. But it seems like Dirk knows. Tried to press him about it, but he wouldn't say. Come to think of it, Dirk did say. If that's the case, I bet Nayuta doesn't really want to go through with Dirk's prosecution. Heard something there. I don't know. Mark of the Dragon. That's the symbol of our group, the Defiant Dragons. Dirk has the same mark tattooed on the palm of his hand, right? Yep, and I've got one too. Really? Where? On my heart. Oh, you mean metaphorically. Like you're ready to die at any time for the cause or something like that? You got that right. Dead or alive, I'll always be a Defiant Dragon. Dots, about this file. Can you help me figure out which pages are the most relevant? Yep, sure can. Got the whole thing memorized. Oh, I thought we were gonna have to ask Dirk about it. See this page? It's definitely worth a look. Page 34. As the son of the terrorist Dirk, Nayuta was expelled from the royal family. The idea that the sins of the father are visited upon his children is deeply rooted in the minds of the Kurainese people. Damn. Oh, that's right. Prosecutor Sadmahi was part of the royal family, wasn't he? This investigation lasts a while? Yeah, it's 3 sections. And that's on top of... that's on top of 2 investigations and a trial. And 2 trial periods before it. This case is long as fuck. Yep, but he was expelled after that whole thing with Dirk happened. Must have gone through hell once he entered the legal world, though. Because of the whole sins of the father visited upon his children thing. Yep, in the eyes of the people, Dirk is not only a traitor to his kingdom, he's also the terrorist who assassinated the previous queen, excuse me. So as a son, UT no doubt got the cold shoulder at every turn. That must have been really hard on him. Yeah, the ties between father and son aren't something you could break, even if you tried. No matter where he went, he was probably labeled the son of a criminal. But despite it all, he made a name for himself through blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, just look at him now. He's a star prosecutor working cases around the globe. He's become a hero, a pride and joy of Kurain. Now that's the Nayuta I know. Super smart and not willing to give in. Must have studied and fought like his life depended on it to get where he is today. Assassination update. Date. Ah! What, do you know something about this? Nope, just felt like shouting is all. He had me going there for a sec. I love that they bring up people who do this. And it's just like, nope, it's just the thing Apollo does, apparently. Dots, I wanted to ask you about this picture. That's the picture of your pops that Dirk found. And he had a heck of a time tracking it down. Said he searched all over for it. Why? Why would he go through all that trouble? Dots, please tell us everything you know about Apollo's dad. My father. Oh, nothing aiming for the badge? Okay. Do you know what my biological father was like? Dirk once told me about him. He was a modern minstrel, walking the world and making music in his travels. This file also has some information on your real dad. It says he died in the blaze at Queen Amara's residence 23 years ago. That's right, Dirk had invited him over. Dirk's the kind of guy who could become fast friends with just about anyone. And it seems your pops was like that too, AJ. They hit it off at a bar. And the next thing you know, Dirk's asked him over to play some tunes. And then the place went up in flames. Yeah, Dirk had just stepped out for a sec when the fire broke out. Apollo, you were there too, but you were still just a baby. I remember hearing about that when I was little. Yeah, it was a crying shame. Pops just happened to take you along that day. So you were there with them when the fire broke out. But Dirk risked his life to save you. It's like Dirk's done nothing but save me all my life. All your Pops' stuff got burned up, including anything that could have helped us identify him. All we know about him at first was his stage name, Jangly Justice or something like that. Dirk did everything he could just to dig up what little we know now. What about my mother? Do you know anything about her? All we know is she was traveling with your Pops, but that day she was off doing something on her own. So then she probably didn't even know my father had been with Dirk, huh? But she must have been desperate to find you and your father once you'd gone missing. No doubt, but the Queen's assassination threw the kingdom into chaos. The police were so overwhelmed they probably weren't of any help to her. We searched and searched till our legs gave out, but we never found her. And with your father's stuff all burned up, we had 0 leads, not even a photo. So that's how I became an orphan. Yeah, who knows? Maybe your mom read about the details of the fire in the newspaper. Maybe she figured you died along with your Pops. Wow, I had no idea you've been through all that, Apollo. So then you believe me? You believe my son's innocence? Oh, old man. That's that old man. Your poor son, imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit. Let's petition the government for his release and a declaration of innocence. Oh, thank you. I'm forever in your debt. Who's that? Hey there, Mrs. Immy. Hard at work, I see? Yes, I have my own battle that I must wage. After all, there are many who suffer under the Defense Culpability Act. Mrs. Inmee, please don't forget about our case, too. I won't. I will look into it as soon as I am able. Dots, what's Mrs. Inmee doing here? She's lending an ear to all those suffering under the regime's wrongful accusations. Lady whose husband's been in prison, parents whose son been falsely charged. She's helping all those types of people. So she's trying to help the revolution along, in her own special way. Yep, thanks to her, more and more folks are coming over to our side. All the people who've been unhappy with the regime have been waiting for this chance. They're starting to speak out in support of us. People are responding, and a grassroots movement is growing. Dirk's dream of revolution may finally come true. What do we do about the Founder's Orb? We'll probably run into the Royal Guards again the moment we leave this place. Well, we can't stay here forever, so we'll have to think of something. I've got it. Why don't you hold on to it, Dots? Should be safe here, right? You can count on me. Get it back to you in time for tomorrow's trial at the Hall of Justice. Founder's Orb left with Dots. Now, Apollo. Well, we've got a handle on what happened 23 years ago. Maybe we should pay Dirk a visit. Something I want to show him. I'll join you. I want to talk to him before tomorrow's trial. Maybe I should wait here, then. We'll attract undue attention if we go in too large of a group. Very weird that Mrs. Inmee is like the only culprit in Ace Attorney who hasn't gotten like any sort of punishment for killing someone, because it was entirely in self-defense, and obviously it was in defense regarding a member of the secret police who would probably just have killed her anyway. Anyway, bear with me one moment. I have to do something real quick. Just, I'm gonna pause the recording, so I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Oop. There we go. Sorry about that. I had to... Board was alive, yeah. I had to, someone messaged me about an art commission, and, I felt bad that they were kind of hanging there. I was like, it's overnight. I could answer them tomorrow, but they actually, like, pinged me about it, and I was like, maybe I should answer them now. And then I got a notice about another commission, so I'm falling back into the commission hole here, which isn't good because I've been spending a lot of money, but you know what? Supporting an artist, it's worth it. Supporting artists, plural, is worth it. I know how I feel about that, yeah. Okay, so we gotta go see Dirk. Wait, can I just examine shit with, Edgeworth and I already searched this room. Okay, I wonder if anything's interesting turned up. Wow, they really don't want you to waste your time, like, redoing it. Oh, no, never mind. You can't, there are unique things here. Je suis la belle, sample. Now there's a brand I know well. Yeah, me too. Let's see what it says on the back. The hair care sensation celebrities have been raving about. Guaranteed to make you want to proclaim Je suis la belle to the world. This product is not for sale, ever, even if you come to really like it, peasant. I really still don't get his sales strategy. I mean, he doesn't have one anymore, he's in jail now. We already investigated that, Apollo. There was just unique dialogue for that thing. Nothing particularly interesting here. See, but now that I know that there's, like, one unique thing... I feel like that should be an accolade, examining that. With Apollo, because it's such, like, a niche thing that you wouldn't think to do. Well, we got a funny interaction out of it, yeah. Can't believe Dirk's been fighting the good fight for over 20 years. Fighting for the truth and the repeal of the Defense Culpability Act. Yeah, and being branded a traitor for it. That's gotta be extremely hard on him. Whatever happens, we can't let them find him guilty. We have to help him achieve his life's dream. What, you just going to show that to me without a word? Guess she doesn't have anything to say about it. Well, are you at least going to say something? Okay, she's got nothing. Temple's just up ahead. When I was a kid, I used to race Nayuta and my friends to the top. It's a yak. They used to serve as a beast of burden here. They're actually kind of cute up close. Hello there, big fella. Or are you a girl? If you stick your face that close to it, it's liable to... Ew, gross. Need some tissues? I could use a handful of wet naps if you got them. What's this bird doing here? Wouldn't get too close to it if I were you. Ah! Athena, meet the warbod. Its cry resembles a lion's roar to scare off predators. Wow, that's one gutsy little bird. I bet it's not really all that tough. How about we just leave the bird alone? The souvenir stands sure are popular with the tourists. Should check them out later. poster here. The Plumed Punisher, Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm. It's a special effects-driven action hero show that's become a huge hit here in Khurain. Maybe it's a cultural thing, but she totally looks like the villain to me. Khurain national delicacy, Magatamon, or soul buns if that makes it easier. Apparently they're so delicious they'll send your soul straight to the Twilight Realm. Delicious, more like deadly. Actually, in one of the commercials, an old man literally drops dead after taking a bite. At the very end, there's a warning that goes, "Enjoy at your own risk." Wow. Like I said, deadly. Apollo probably has a lot of experience with Magatamons. So many street stalls, and they all have stuff you can't find back home. We should spend time shopping here when this case is over. I'd like to buy Trucy a souvenir or something. This is the manhole that leads to Dirk's office-turned-safe house. It's the only way in or out. And for obvious reasons, there's no doorbell or welcome mat. In all these years, the secret police never thought about looking in there? Keeps all these checked off. That's code for there's nothing new in there. Wait, was I here with Apollo? I guess I was. May 18th. Detention Center. Visitor's room. Hey there, son. Came to see your old men again? Hi, Dirk. Guess they're done questioning you? Yeah. You think Nayuta might have cut his old man a little slack, but no. He really laid into me. Seems they're really keen on recovering the Founder's Orb. When I wouldn't tell them where it was, he confiscated what few possessions I had left. Wait, Dirk's not wearing his attorney's badge. They even took that from him? Ugh. He confiscated all my prized jailbreaking tools. What did you expect? I mean, no prosecutor in their right mind would let a prisoner keep stuff like that. Did he take your attorney's badge too? No, I thought it strange, but just when it looked like he was going to take it from me, he changed his mind. I wonder why. Indeed, find it hard to understand anything he does these days. Your attorney's badge. Your Khurain's attorney's badge. You've won it all these years, even though all the lawyers are gone. Yes, because the dragon's eye is the embodiment of my creed. Show the world that a dragon never yields, huh? Hey, Dirk, why do you still wear your badge? You're not a lawyer anymore, right? This badge is my heart and soul, son. I'll never stop trying to realize my dream. Not until my very last breath. A dragon never yields, right? Exactly. Nayuta, Apollo, I vowed to restore Khurain's legal system to its rightful state one day. I want to pass on to you a world where you can live free from the fear of tyranny. He was always saying stuff like that to the two of us. Nayuta, is the reason why you didn't take Dirk's badge because you still remember those talks too? Really hope that's what it is. Son, would you keep my badge for me? Are you sure? Can't take something so important to you. That's exactly why I want you to hold on to it, Apollo. I'm placing my fate in your hands. Alright, I'll make sure it stays safe. Symbol of Dirk's creed, a dragon never yields. Nayuta never confiscated it. Ah, my attorney's badge. You don't see those around here anymore. Not exactly you can wear publicly, is it? Yeah, and if you did, people would jeer and throw things at you. I've had tomatoes, cabbages, even eggs thrown at me. That sounds awful. At least they didn't throw rocks. True, plus if you were good at catching things, you'd have the start of a good meal. What? It's true. Now his walk can yield you all you need for a nice big hot pot. Dirk, I'm sorry I never knew how bad things were when you were raising us. Careful with that. Don't go showing it around town. You'll be branded a rebel. I'm not a rebel. Don't be ridiculous. You're a member of the Defiant Dragons simply by being my son. Or did you think that dragon tattoo on your rear end was just for show? What? You have a tattoo on your butt, Apollo? Let me see. Relax, Athena. He's just jerking our chains again. I prepared that myself. Use it well. I'm surprised you were able to gather this much information. It wasn't easy. After all of the evidence from the assassination was lost in the fire, and the newly installed Garan regime was in full control of the media. Every lead I tried to follow led to a dead end. So then how am I supposed to solve this case? You'll figure out something once tomorrow's trial is underway. After all, no one's looked into this assassination since my last trial. Hope I could turn things around enough to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Is that for me, son? Oh, I was just wondering if you knew anything about it. What, you came to visit me and you didn't even bring a present? I'll take that as a no. I found this in the tomb. Look familiar? Ah! That's... Dirk? Where did you find it? Down between the monk statues in the tomb. Is it yours, Dirk? Oh, it's something I bought. Why is he suddenly acting all awkward? I wonder when I lost it. Let's have it. It's very important to me. Of course. Let's make a note about it for future reference. Pink pendant, butterfly pendant returned to Dirk, but a record of it remains in the court record. Seems to belongs to Dirk, stained with the victim's blood. Pendant adorned with a pink butterfly. Apollo, remember how Inga said he had someone dear to Dirk? Why don't you ask about that? Oh, right. I'll give it a try. Inga Karkul Karayan. He was an entirely insufferable, unlikable fellow, but I never thought he'd wind up dead. Why didn't you like him? He was the most hawkish one in the Garan regime. He established the secret police to arrest us rebels without due process. Those they managed to capture were immediately executed. My compatriots in the Defiant Dragons came to call him the Executioner. The Executioner? Pretty ironic considering how he ended up. He's probably in hell now, being tormented by those he wrongfully put to death. It's the same as before, with the bell. Someone dear to Dirk. What did the minister mean when he said he had someone dear to you in the palm of his hand? Who was he talking about? Nayuta seemed to know, but he wouldn't tell me anything. Well, I've no idea, so... Well, you obediently followed his every word he said after he said that. So it seems to me the minister was in close proximity to someone you really care about. Oh, someone you really care about that isn't Nayuta? Wait, don't tell me. Is there a new lady in your life, Dirk? What? No, don't be ridiculous, son. The love of my life was Amara, but she's gone now, and there will never be another. Ah, my bracelet. Wait, does this mean... Dirk, have you really not met somebody new? Also, if his bracelet was going off like that, then that means Phoenix's Magatama went off, but I'm assuming that Phoenix is like, I'm just staying out of this one. Was his eye? Was his eye? No, his eye is just opening randomly. Okay, so it's not up here. Oh, his arm, oh, his shoulder's moving. But she's gone now is causing a reaction right there.
Gotcha!
Dirk, you can't fool me. You tensed up when you said, but she's gone now. And you unconsciously moved your arm, causing something to press up against your jacket. Ah! How did you do that? Ah, so that's it. You're hiding a woman's photo up your sleeve. You don't have to keep secrets like that from me, Dirk. You're an eligible bachelor now, but you'll introduce me to her at some point, right? I keep telling you, there's no other woman. Fine then, let's see it. What are you hiding up your sleeve? It's just this. Satisfied? Oh, but that's the pendant we found in Amara's tomb. See, I wasn't trying to hide anything. Then why did he tense up? Dirk, let me take a look at that. Ugh. Hey, what's this button for? Whoa. It's a picture of Dirk and some lady, and she's really young looking too. Mon Dieu, are you into younger women, Dirk? Dirk, you old dog, you. You got yourself a younger lover. Will you stop with this nonsense? This is Amara before she died. You look closer, you'll see that I was younger too. Hey, you're right. Aw, that's no fun. Wait a second, haven't we seen this woman before? Now that you mention it, isn't this woman the same as the one in the pendant's photo?
Take that!
The woman in the pendant is also the one in this photo. Apollo, where did you get this? From the safe in Inga's room. Apollo, if this is Queen Amara, it had to have been taken at least 23 years ago. But that's just not possible. Yeah, I just noticed the same thing. Here's why this photo couldn't be 23 years old.
Take that!
Take a look at the law book. It has the mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it. But that mark didn't exist until after you started your revolutionary activities, Dirk. So this photo must have been taken after Garan came into power. And that didn't happen until after Amara was assassinated. So then how could Amara even be in this photo? Wait a second. That would mean that Amara is still alive? Ah! Looks like you found me out, son. Wait, so it's actually true? Dirk, what do you mean Amara's still alive? I thought she'd been assassinated. So did I. But it seems she made it out alive, only to be held captive by the Garan regime. Why would they do that? When I fled from the law and went underground 23 years ago, I heard some shocking news from a Defiant Dragon spy. There were rumors of Queen Amara being sighted in the palace. And those rumors turned out to be true? Yes, I snuck into the palace to see for myself. She was confined within the grounds, but otherwise she was fit as a fiddle. So then the sarcophagus in the tomb is empty? Yes, that entire tomb is one big charade. Garan had it built to stage Amara's death. So we're not going to be cursed by her vengeful spirit? That's a relief. She was being held under virtual house arrest. So I freed her and we made a run for it. This photo was taken back then. Look at how they're both grinning from ear to ear. There's a fingerprint in the metal part. Guess Dirk must have left it by accident. Oh, Mr. Sadmahi, I want to hear all about how you ran away with Queen Amara. Fingerprint was found inside the lid, stained with the victim's blood. On the run with Amara. I'm surprised Amara agreed to run away with you. I mean, Garan must have told her that you tried to kill her. I tried to convince her that I wasn't the one who set the blaze. And she believed you? She said, and I quote, "I shall accompany you so I may ascertain the truth myself." She was always a tough one to read. I bet she was thrilled you came to rescue her, Mr. Sadmahi. To be set free by your beloved, It's like something out of a fairy tale. Yeah, well, there was no happily ever after once Goron's people caught up with us. They took Amara away to who knows where. I snuck back into the palace and searched high and low for her, but to no avail. They probably moved her to some remote mountain prison or the like. Dirk, does Nayuta know about this? He knows she's his true mother. I told him as much. Wait, is that why Nayuta has following Goron's orders? Most likely. So then, do you think deep down he doesn't really want to prosecute you? Well, he's not one to show his feelings, and lately I've had no idea what he's thinking. Apollo, we need to grill the Queen about Amara when we have the chance. I was wondering about something. The little baby the lady's holding. Is that Prosecutor Sadmahi? Not necessarily. It could just as well be me. After all, we're only 1 year apart. I don't know. I mean, the kid in the picture is too cute to be you. Let's settle this by asking Dirk himself. Dirk, about the cute little kid in this photo. Is that me? Huh? What are you talking about? See, I told you it was Prosecutor Sadmahi. Hmm? Oh, I see. Well, either way, it's not you, son. So then, if it's Nayuta, it was taken when he was about a year old, right? And that would mean you ran away with Amara around 22 or 23 years ago? Hmm? You're pretty good with numbers, son. Impressive. Huh? What kind of answer was that? Photo showing Dirk and Amara's life on the run about 23 years ago. Before you go, son, there's something else I need to tell you. Something very important. What is it, Dirk? Never seen you act so serious before. Something important. So what's this something important you have to tell me? Listen, son, even if you manage to prove me innocent tomorrow, I don't have very long to live. Huh? What are you talking about? What I mean is, I can already hear the Twilight Realm calling my name. There's no escaping death now that it has its sights set on me. What? Is this another one of your jokes? I wish it was. Huh? You can't fool me, Dirk. That's strange. Why isn't my bracelet reacting? The Shadow Realm. Hey. Welcome home. Are you sick? It's something like that. So you're not joking? I'm afraid not, son. Sorry. Isn't there a cure? Or at least some sort of treatment? Unfortunately not. Not for what I've got. If you need some kind of surgery, I'll work hard until I can pay for it. So, please. It's too late now. There's nothing more to be done. But you always say a dragon never yields, so why are you giving up now? Apollo, I'm sorry. I really am. I don't understand. Why is this happening, Dirk? Why? Listen, Apollo, I've got a favor to ask of you. Would you keep quiet about this? I don't want my fellow dragons to find out. They'd lose all hope if they knew I was dying. Would you do that for me? Of course. Has Chap been behaving? Yeah, it's been quiet tonight. Why is all this happening now? Just when I was finally starting to feel like you were really my... In general, though? Yeah. I thought that this time we'd finally... But now... Damn it. Why? Apollo. Listen, son, I don't have much longer to live, but I'll never let them execute me. Not before I finish what I need to do. I know, Dirk. There's no way I'm going to let them prove you guilty. It's harder the second time because he's already lost a dad, yeah. Before he goes, I'm going to turn back time by righting the wrongs that have been done. I'm going to restore Dirk's freedom. And return a real smile to Nayuta's face. I'm going to win this case. I just have to. Son, I have one more big secret. What? There's something else you've been hiding from me? I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Forgive me. You'll just have to find out for yourself. That's the only way. I don't understand, Dirk. Apollo, in court tomorrow. You may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. And you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile. And you may say to yourself, this isn't my beautiful house. This isn't my beautiful wife. But I know you. I know you can handle the truth, no matter what it turns out to be. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son, after all. Dirk. What is he talking about? Wait, he's not going to reveal that he actually is the killer, is he? Made that same joke to yourself, Truck Kunda. No. Looks like we've run out of things to discuss. Apollo, are you okay? I'm fine. Free him now! Release Dirk! Oh, shit. What's going on out there? Sounds like the party's getting started without me. Huh? It's coming from the temple. Let's go, Apollo, and take a look. So, hell is breaking loose, I see, yeah. So the only thing you missed that's important is that Amara isn't actually dead. The assassination was staged. She ran away with Dirk, and at some point she was taken back to the castle and has essentially been living under house arrest for the last 20-something years. And that's the special someone that Inga threatened to Dirk in the previous part. So Amara's actually alive. Other than that, what did we learn? We learned that Apollo's father was killed in the fake assassination. That was how he died, in the fire. Naruto was expelled from the royal family as the son of a terrorist, and the idea of the sins of the father visited upon his children is deeply rooted in the minds of the Chinese people, so it was very hard for Naruto to work up to being like a national hero. Amara was slipped a sleeping pill and supposedly perished in the fire. Shadow, the dog, was surprised by a firecracker that Dots threw and stole Naina's hat. Also, Naina has gone missing. We can't find Naina. Vrayfa has been trying to call for her all day. Also, Albi apparently took a photo of a channeling that Garam was doing for a neighboring country's king. Oh, also, Inga's back is hurting so badly he has to shoot medicine directly into his back with a needle. And he has a notepad with descriptions of people's, like describing people over the phone. Like, it has, like, their clothing, notable markings, etc., etc. Yeah, supposedly Inga was gonna assassinate Garan and take control of the country using the Founder's Orb for its spiritual power. And that's what we know. Also, there's a fingerprint inside this pendant. That's kind of it, in a nutshell. You also missed Edgeworth getting attacked by Shadow and biting his cravat. Actually, did I save that? I think I did. Yeah. Oh, check it out, I got a Virtual Boy today. Oh yeah, I had... My mystery bag today came with 4 items in it instead of 3. I don't know why. But I got a Virtual Boy and some moldy bread out of it. Lucky bastard. I got a balloon animal too, I was really happy about that. Sometimes it's 4. I didn't know that. It was the first time it happened to me. Whoa, what is all this? Oh, animated cutscene.
Ow, ow, ow! Let go, will ya? What are they? Huh? Well, look at that. The people are coming to take their courts back.
Hey, toppling monarchies, yeah. And Believe was there. And somehow her melanin was reduced. Yeah, why she was white in that cutscene. That was really weird. Again, it's very weird that Believe in Me or Mrs. In Me is like the only culprit in like the mainline Ace Attorney games that has like that gets like no punishment for murdering someone, even if it is in self-defense. She got off scot-free at the end there. God, I wish this happened elsewhere right now. Yeah. Dirk belongs to the people. Give him back! Yeah! Where are you holding him? Quiet down, you! They had my big sister, too, but she didn't do anything wrong. Ouch! Ouch! Stop pulling my hair! Release my son. Release him now! Ah, stop that! No biting! This is really something. And it looks like Dots and Mrs. Inme are leading the charge. You unenlightened fools. Do you honestly think this will change anything? Oh, that was Nayuta. Get him in the nuts. Yuri, why do you keep serving that witch Garan? Oh, it's... Hey, Nayuta! You again. What's going on here? It would appear that the insurgents are fanning the flames of rebellion. But I never thought it would grow so large. However, they will all be under arrest shortly. Reinforcements are almost here. They'll be arrested just for protesting? I mean, they did punch the cops, so technically that's assault. They are aiding and abetting a criminal by seeking his release. Her Eminence, Queen Garan, has ordered that they be arrested and judged en masse. But weren't you once a member of the Defiant Dragons too? How can you go along with this? Yeah, they will be fine. I am simply following the orders that Her Eminence has handed down. No, it can't be as simple as that. Listen, Nayuta, there's something I want to talk to you about. Hey, you're not getting away this time. We need to talk. There is no reasoning with you. Very well then, speak. Why is that badge before me? Remember how we used to talk about what we wanted to be back when we heard this last night. Yeah, Dirk, he's not saying Dirk is evil. Putrid lawyers, okay. Nayuta, do you really have to serve as prosecutor on Dirk's case? I mean, prosecuting your own flesh and blood. It's just not right. Again with this drivel. Your ethical standards are not the be-all, end-all of the world around you. I'm not getting into another debate with him. Nayuta, did you know that Dirk is sick? What? He apparently doesn't have that much longer to live. If found guilty, he probably wouldn't even make it to his execution day. What are you talking about? Knowing this, are you still prepared to send an already dying man to his grave? Well, enough with the Zen monk act, Nayuta. Tell me how you really feel. Mr. Justice, each person is born with a role to fulfill, and I must fulfill mine. Well, I'm not convinced that taking Dirk to trial is a part of your lot in life. As for why you've been at Garon's every beck and call, I think I might have an answer. Nayuta, you know the truth about your mother, don't you? About how the former queen is still alive and being held somewhere. So Dirk told you, did he? Yes, it's true. My mother was spirited away to some remote corner of this kingdom, to keep her safe from harm. Safe from harm? But Dirk said the Garan regime is holding her captive. No, they are keeping her safe. So you don't know where Amara is being held. I only know that it is some secluded hideaway where visitors are not allowed. I've heard she leads a simple life, akin to that of monastic disciples. She sure sounds like she's being held captive to me. Listen, Nayuta, aren't you really doing the Queen's bidding because she's holding Amara captive? And this whole thing with Dirk, you know he didn't really kill Inga, don't you? Dirk doesn't have much longer to live, so I want to help him however I can. This time it's our turn. It's our turn to help Dirk however we can. What you speak of is futile. Let it go and move on. The guilty verdict, the hopelessness. You must resign yourself to it all. Clinging to false hope will only serve to magnify your future despair. So let it go and move on. Nayuta, really going to just roll over on this? I have no more time for idle chatter. Must prepare for tomorrow's trial. Now, if you'll excuse me. Apollo. I sensed a whirlpool of emotions coming from within Prosecutor Sadmahi just now. Anger, shock, bewilderment, and an icy sorrow as deep and dark as an abyss. Yeah, I picked up on that too. Looks like Dirk really won't be the only one who will need my help tomorrow. I think it's about time to pay Queen Garan... Wow. I think it's about time to pay Queen Garan another visit and ask her about her sister, Amara. I didn't know Dirk was sick. What's wrong with him? I mean, he looked fine to me. I really don't know. Dirk, I remembered, would go out hunting in the middle of winter, while everyone around him was dropping like flies with the flu and whatnot. Come on, everyone. Just cheer up. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles, right? Apollo, you don't have to put on a brave face for... No, I'm fine. Besides, Dirk will have his day in court. I won't let this get me down. So you don't know Queen Amara at all, Apollo? Thought that since you used to live with Dirk, maybe you had met her. Dirk escaped with Amara 23 or so years ago, so I was still just an infant. Even if I had met her, I wouldn't have remembered it. Guess not. That means you may have been cared for by a queen. And if you had been, then... Then what? You would have turned out, I don't know, better? What's that supposed to mean? Can't believe Dirk... Okay. Look at all these people. The whole temple's surrounded. Looks like Dots is fanning the flames. Police are going to really have their hands full with this many protesters. This whole thing is like a powder keg waiting to go off. We should keep our distance for now. Mr. Wright stayed there the entire time he was here, supposedly. Why would he stay at a temple instead of a hotel? Oh yeah, the hotel costs. Yeah, we heard about that. May 18th. Garan Palace. Audience chamber. The Royal Guard isn't around. That is utter hooey. You cannot continue to deceive the people like that. Rafa, justice is much more than simply speaking the truth. Is that Princess Rafa and Queen Garan over there? You deceived me too, Mother. How can I ever believe a word you say again? You nincompoop. Your benevolence. I couldn't help but overhear. You impudent... Ow. You okay, Mr. Wright? Can't believe she actually punched you. Yeah, I'm used to it by now. What's the matter with the princess? Sounded like she was arguing with her mother. Maybe it has something to do with this picture. Rafa said she had to ask her mother about some secret or another as soon as she saw it. So then, does that mean that Princess Rafa knows what really happened? That Amara wasn't assassinated and is still very much alive? It would seem so, and she doesn't seem to be taking to Garan's lies very well. But that's no surprise considering how much Rafa reveres her mother. That would definitely cause her a great deal of anguish and sadness. Eavesdropping, are we? How very rude. You there. Are you not Dirk's son? Oh, nice to meet you, Your Eminence. We're actually here to speak with you, if you could spare a moment. Apollo, what are you doing? This is the Queen's audience chamber. Can't snoop around in here. Oh, right, sorry. It would be like to sit up there with Athena and Mr. Wright groveling at my feet. No, stop. I can't let myself think about that sort of thing. Could have happened. Could have been royalty. Things turned out differently. What have we here? It's the attorney's badge used by lawyers like me back home. Well, in this country, lawyers are a loathsome breed, and we would advise you not to needlessly advertise your place among their ranks. The Queen is the golden diva from Mario 4. For even now, the bad karma Dirk has engendered brings woe to your kind. Dirk is gender? Damn. It is a simple matter of cause and effect. Yeah, an effect you caused by enacting the Defense Culpability Act. So I was wondering if you have no intention of bestowing any information upon you or any other lawyer. Guess someone doesn't like to play nice with others. His own ill will was visited upon him, so it is within the cycle of karma. Others might call it divine retribution, a punishment of the gods. You didn't seem particularly sad, even though he was your own husband. We were betrayed by the man we had called husband. Moreover, we are the Grand Priestess, summoner of spirits from the Twilight Realm. For us, death is not the end, for we could still speak with those who have passed. Guess being a spirit-channeling queen gives you a different take on life and death. You see the shit your husband was injecting into his back? Like, I don't care. How the fuck did you get that photo? To burn such a mark upon a sacred text of the law, he will surely be visited by what he has wrought. And to think he once called himself a man of the law. I think it's just the way of his way of objecting to the DC Act. Yet the act is but an objection to his falsified evidence. How appalling that even now he recognizes no responsibility and knows no shame. Your Eminence, Dirk told me about Amara. About how she's still alive, that is. We know not of what you speak. After Dirk learned Amara was still alive, he rescued her and they ran off together. But she was captured and remains captive in a secret location to this day. As for now you doing your bidding, it's only because Amara's life is in your hands. What an active imagination you have. A lawyer and a comedian. How droll. Whoa, where did they come from? Anyway, if she's going to play dumb, I'll just have to jog her memory with some evidence. Your Eminence, I ask that you take a look at this photo. Why, it's a photo of Amara, and here you can see a law book bearing the mark of the Defiant Dragons. I believe you know what that means. Very well. Royal Guard, stand down. Yes, Your Eminence. Your wish is our command. It seems there's no need to perpetrate this charade any longer. We shall speak of all we know. Amara's alive? Amara's alive! So then, you admit that Amara is still alive? Yes, she is under our protection in a safe location. Think you mean being held prisoner? And where's she being kept? Now why would we tell the son of a traitor that? Guess she has a point there. Now, heed our warning, Horned Devil. It would not be wise to inform the people that Amara yet lives. It would only serve to plunge public order into more chaos. I have no intention of doing that. Besides, there are real terrorists out there who might try to kill her. Good. Now there was something we've been meaning to ask you. Do you know what has become of the Founder's Orb? Dots has it, by the way, if you missed the earlier part. We gave it to him in the hideout. The Founder's Orb went missing after Dirk took it into the tomb. As his son, we thought you might know something of its current whereabouts. I knew it. Suppose I should thank you for that free running tour of Kurain. That was the Royal Guard's own doing. Nice try, lady. But now you're definitely not getting the orb, ever. Why do you want the orb so badly, anyway? Because it would be most dangerous in the wrong hands. It must be recovered. Is the legend true? Can the orb really impart spiritual power? Are you worried that someone could overthrow you with it? The Holy Mother's power is without equal. Should Her Holiness once again return to our world, she could conceivably bestow great power upon the one who unlocked the orb's secret. I guess it makes sense considering spirit channeling is a fact of life here. So we ask you, Horned Devil, did you receive the Founder's Orb from Dirk? Does it look like I did? So you like to play games, do you? Royal Guard? Yes, Your Eminence. Or, haunt all your houses. Search this devil and his belongings. What? At once, Your Eminence. Don't move. You're only making this harder on yourself. Don't move. You're only making this harder on yourself. It's like a Tomodachi-like voice. What the? Eek, Apollo, don't strip there. Stop resisting. Just submit to our strip search already. No, wait. Hey, cut it out. Touching his wee-wee. Ah! Rest in peace, my poor tattered dignity. Your Eminence, we stuck our hand far, far up his asshole, but we could not find the Founder's Orb. Don't sign the Founder's Orb, Your Eminence. So, you have hidden it somewhere. Heh, no matter. We shall recover it one way or another once you are found guilty of abetting the accused. Dirk was right, she is really bent on getting the orb. Mother! Looks like the princess is back. I took a stroll to try to calm myself, but is he without lump? I still find this situation Apollo walking around with the mysterious Founder's Orb-shaped bump in his belly. I don't know where the Founder's Orb could be. Rubs the bump. That's fucking awful. Still find this situation unacceptable. The people must be informed about Queen Amara. So she does know about that. Rafa, you do not possess a clear grasp of how our government and its people interact. There will always be secrets that must be kept from the ignorant masses. You have little faith in our people, Mother. But it is the Royal Priestess's duty to always speak the truth. And as such, I cannot remain silent. I will not. The truth, you say. Your mind has been poisoned by the barbed one. It was an honor and a pleasure, Your Eminence. Wow. Phoenix with that smug, like, yeah, you know it, bitch. We must speak with our child. It is a mother's duty to discipline her child, after all. Now, if you will excuse us. Discipline. Coming from her, I don't like the sound of that at all. Well, Apollo, let's head back to the safe house for now. Good idea. We need to go over what we found and collect our thoughts. May 18th. Former Sadmahi law offices. Ah, you're back. Thank you for holding down the fort, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. Sorry it took so long. Hope you weren't too bored. I watched the plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo-Twilight Realm, while you were gone. And my verdict is, it's an outrage, especially its theme song. Even worse, the people here believe it's an original Kuraini show. Can you believe it? I've already spoken about it with length with Mr. Rebel, and he... I'm not sure what he's babbling about, but at least he seems he wasn't bored. Moving along to things that actually matter. We've gathered about all of the information and evidence we can concerning this case. Nerd. I think it's about time we go over everything we've learned so far. Already searched here, yeah. Turns out you could examine the spider web. I missed that with Phoenix the first time I was here. Flash that badge like a pro now. And with such confidence, too. You can really feel it. Really? Sure, take Trucy's case of that civil trial yesterday. You really came into your own during both of them. I could feel my cheeks betraying me. You better not be thinking of starting your own firm, Apollo. What? No, of course not. I'm probably not ready for that anyway. Just because you don't know something doesn't mean that I do, Apollo. That's an important lesson for you to learn. In other words, this didn't ring any bells for you. Got something here. Amara, she's still alive, but she's basically being held prisoner somewhere. This puts Dirk at a distinct disadvantage, not to mention us, too. And Nayuta's under Garon's thumb because of all this as well. Yup, it's a big problem, alright, and it's not like we could just go and rescue Amara. There must be something we can do. Looks like to pin our hopes on Dirk's revolution. So basically, the fates of Amara and Nayuta depend entirely on our ability to beat the charges against Dirk tomorrow. Amara, she's still alive, but she's basically being held prisoner somewhere. Oh. It's the same dialogue. Damn it. Give me something new. Flavor text. What would we do? What would you do if the Defense Culpability Act was established back home? What would I do? That's a good question. What are you worried about, Apollo? You'd always have a job as Trucy's assistant. Uh-huh. And what about you, Athena? Couldn't you become a therapist? I don't know if I could do it for a living. I'd probably go back to playing piano. Hey, what are those looks for? He can't play the piano. But hey, since you're both here now, you could hear this. I wanted to tell you about that earlier. Yeah, I got the automaton. I got the deluxe one. That was what that carrying case was for. I got the Kirby one, so it's pink and has Kirby's face on the mouth part. Also, I showed this off earlier too, but I got a button that when you press it, I'm giving this to Nessie tomorrow because I know she found this funny. But it's a button, and when you press it, it does the Roblox oof. About Inga's murder, the Orb trial, Maya's abduction, and the murder of the mastermind behind it all, Justice Minister Inga. It's a lot to consider. They give all the facts straight in your head? Yep, I've got it covered, Mr. Wright. It's the truth about what really went down that's going to be the problem. Yeah, it's more like the more we learn about this case, the less we understand. I agree. There's a deep darkness enveloping this case. I'm almost afraid of what we'll find once we lift that black veil. Suffice to say, the real killer is certainly waiting underneath. The real killer, huh? And that's the million-dollar question. Who killed Inga, and why? Think, Apollo. Who would you say had a motive to commit this crime? I for one am drawing a complete blank. I want to know how the killer slipped into the tomb, killed Inga, and slipped back out. Without ever being seen. That's a bona fide locked room mystery right there. Well, we've collected plenty of evidence and statements. Just hope the rest comes out in court. It'll be a thinner tightrope than usual, that's for sure. Amara's assassination. This case is one big fly in the ointment. In order to prove Dirk completely innocent, we'll also have to exonerate him of the crime committed 23 years ago. Amara's supposed assassination. Right, we know Amara's still alive, but Dirk could still be charged with plotting to kill her. He couldn't discover the truth, even after 2 decades of investigating. So our biggest hurdle is going to be a complete lack of evidence. The fire made sure of that. Mr. Wright, have you ever won a case without any evidence? No, that's one thing I've never done before. Trial unprecedented, even in the decorated annals of the Wright Anything Agency. Anal. Still, I can't help but wonder, was there really no evidence left behind? Oh, and we can't forget about the Defense Culpability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty, In short, if Dirk is found guilty and is sentenced to death, we'll likely join him in a very public execution. Yeah. Beat the charges or die. What kind of crazy upside-down legal system is this anyway? Don't worry, I can't ask someone as young as you to risk your life, Athena. So tomorrow it'll just be me and Apollo on the courtroom floor. But you could support us by watching us from the gallery. What? No. I want to help. I'm part of the agency too, after all. Sorry, but this is a direct order from your boss. Plus, there's Prosecutor Blackwell to think of. He said he'd use me for sword practice if I put you in harm's way. Simon. Well, at least promise me this, you two. Promise me you'll make it back alive. Make it back alive, huh? What's with that face, Apollo? You'll never inspire confidence in your client like that. And it'll play right into the prosecution's hands. Remember, the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. You're right. Even when it seems hopeless or when there's not a shred of evidence to be found. We can never let it show on our faces, right? I mean, Phoenix lets it show on his face pretty hard. Will I actually be able to do that tomorrow? When push comes to shove, will I be able to force my biggest smile? To be continued. Wee woo. So yeah, so how about that? Since you're here now, how about the Star Fox Direct? That was incredible how quickly that got announced. It was like Direct starting soon. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I was like looking at my phone like it buzzed because I have the Nintendo Today app, but I don't look at it. It just sends me notifications when there's like an event. And the notification was like, the Star Fox Direct is starting soon. And I was like, what? Huh? Like, what? When was this announced? And I looked online. It was like, yeah, it starts in 10 minutes. It just got announced right now. And I'm like, oh, okay. And we're getting a fucking Star Fox 64 3. Knew it would happen because of the movie. Yeah, I think it was kind of like the worst kept secret. Like, they really wanted Fox to be... I mean, it's what the fuck, that's so short notice. It is, but you know what? It was an amazing surprise to have that happen. And it's coming out the day before my birthday. It's gonna be the birthday stream. I'm gonna get it Thursday, and then I'll stream it that night for my birthday on Thursday to Friday. That's awesome. Also, Mina the Hollower is coming out at the end of this month, so we officially have June games now. June games and July games. We're loaded. We only have the rest of May to get stuff done now. May 19th, 8:50 a.m., High Court of Khurain. Wow, look, cops beating up protesters. What else is fucking new? May 19th, 9:28, High Court of Khurain, accused lobby. It's complete chaos outside. Let's say the Defiant Dragon supporters demonstrating... Let's just say the Defiant Dragon supporters demonstrating for Dirk's freedom have taken a very special interest in the outcome of today's trial. Just Nintendo being Nintendo? I mean, they did that on purpose. I think it's really funny that a series that's been dead for as long as Star Fox has been got a new game announced in a quick direct announced 10 minutes before it happened. Like, I have to wonder if there was a reason why they did it like that. They look about ready to string us up if we lose. Trials here are pretty much like the ones back home, but with one major difference: the divination seance. Victims' final memories will become a matter for deliberation. I've heard about that, but they haven't stopped you from winning your cases here in Khurain. True, but it wasn't easy. Yeah, now do F-Zero. See, the problem is they think F-Zero 99 is a legit game. in the series. Which, I mean, it is, but I want, like, an F-Zero F-Zero. Like a modern F-Zero. F-Zero. Yes, but no. I mean, that's also the argument I had today with the... Not argument, but, like, point I brought up with my friend who was like, yeah, it's a Star Fox 64 remake again, but it's like, it looks great. It still looks like a great game. And I said, yeah, I'd rather have this than have, like, Star Fox 99, which, I mean, would still be an interesting idea, but, like to actually get, like, a new Star Fox game with a new graphics engine instead of just, like, an upscaled SNES or N64 version is pretty dang cool. Because how much hype they got when he was announced with him being in the Galaxy movie, they seen money signs then. I mean, it was carefully planned. The reason he's in the Galaxy movie is because they wanted to drum up awareness and hype for a potential Star Fox. Like, this is all very deliberate. Nintendo had this plan for years. They were like, look, we're putting Fox McCloud in the movie because we have a game coming out for Star Fox. Also, it's really funny or really sad, that everyone who reacted to that Direct got their, like, videos pulled because that 1 minute of footage from the Mario movie was, like, enough to have NBC Universal, like, claim every single video, which is stupid as shit. If you're gonna put the footage in, like, a public YouTube video, then then there should be no penalty for it. Anyway. Still, the memories of the dead are simply another piece of evidence. There's always a way to deal with them if your client is truly innocent. Well, I know Dirk's innocent, but... Dirk, what is the secret you're keeping? Hey, AJ! Here you go, just like I promised. Founder's Orb added back to the court record. It seems only the Queen... Founder's form has appeared within. It seems only the Queen knows the Founder's real name. Thanks, Dots. Wait, weren't you arrested by the police yesterday? Yep, and I spent the night in the Slammer. Had a fine meal, a shower, even a bed. What more could I ask for? That actually sounds way better than where we're staying. Just remember, AJ, if Dirk's found guilty today, we'll all be found guilty under the Defense Culpability Act, too. Yeah, and Ayuta said something to that effect. That witch Garam wants to take advantage of today to crush our revolution once and for all. The fate of the revolution, and every Kurainese person, rests on this trial. We're counting on you, AJ. We'll be fine. I'm going to win this one, you'll see. Trial will begin shortly, Apollo. Let's make our way into the courtroom. Right. This is a tell for us now if there's a cameo in a new Nintendo movie, just wait a few months later to get a new game. Yeah. I don't think they're going to do that again. That was a very calculated move. May 19th, High Court of Kurain. Day 1. Court is now in session. All rise! I forgot the voice I gave this judge. It's been like 2 cases since we've seen him. Let the trial of Dirk Sadmahi begin. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Majesty. So it's really come down to this. Well, don't expect me to hold anything back, Nayuta. This trial will examine both the murder of Justice Minister Inga Karkul Karain and the assassination of the former Queen Amara Sigatar Karain. First, I believe we should address the murder of Minister Inga. Would that be acceptable, Prosecutor Sadmahi? Prosecutor Sadmahi? Yes, of course. Please proceed. What's with him? How very unlike you, Prosecutor. Is your mind elsewhere this day? Not at all, Your Majesty. Are you really going to be able to go through with this, Nayuta? Well, Prosecutor Sadmahi, I would be remiss if I failed to voice a concern of mine. I've heard mention that you are the son of the accused, Dirk Sadmahi. You have heard true. Does the fact pose some sort of problem, Your Majesty? A father being prosecuted by his own son? Couldn't possibly deliberate such a case without having personal feelings intervene? Yes, without question. Can he really handle this? Even if he is Prosecutor Sadmahi, going against his own father is just... How could the son of a criminal even be a prosecutor in the first place? Dirk? Fellow citizens, You would do well not to underestimate my son. He's not one to allow personal feelings to interfere with the execution of his duty. Isn't that right, Nayuta? I will not stop until my work here is done. They did that for DK, and now it's Star Fox. Yeah, but the DK thing, they're doing a DK movie, so... I think that was more for that, but it is coincident. It is an interesting coincidence that a new DK game was announced 2 years later. I think the release timing just got really fucked up because of the Switch 2 being, like heavily delayed for, years. I will not stop until my work here is done. See? So all of you doubters, just sit back down before you trip over your own stupidity. The accused will not take the stand without first being summoned. In any case, if Prosecutor Sadmahi has no issue with this arrangement, then let us commence the deliberations.
Objection!
One moment, if you would. Your Eminence! Your Eminence, what brings you here? Your Majesty, it would appear that Prosecutor Sadmahi does indeed have some reservations. No, that's not true! Did you truly believe you could deceive me, Nayuta Sadmahi? One should hold no reservations if one is to stand on these hallowed funerary grounds. I have none, Your Eminence. No, it's clear we cannot leave this matter to you. We shall handle the prosecution of the enemy of the crown, Dirk Sadmahi, personally. But remain by our side and bear witness to how a true prosecutor enforces the law. Excuse me, but is the Queen going to prosecute the case? Is that, kosher? There is no need for concern. Before we were crowned Queen, we served as a prosecutor. Really? As a foreigner, your ignorance can be excused, but know this. The prosecutor in charge of the Queen Amara assassination case 23 years ago was none other than Her Eminence, Queen Garan Sigata Kurayan. First your Majesty, and now this. Why doesn't anyone ever tell me these things? I heard she served as the Minister of Justice, but she was also a prosecutor? Guessing she probably moved up the ladder from prosecutor to Justice Minister. We prosecuted that case 23 years ago, but no verdict was ever rendered. We had won guilty verdicts in every case until then, for no lawyer could stand up to us. I'm at a loss for words. To think I would once more bear witness to Her Eminence at work in the Hall of Justice. Our first trial in 23 years. No quarter shall be given to criminals. We shall prosecute them with all our might. Oh, what a magnificent sight! The Queen's attire from her prosecutor days. I think we get to see it once more. What the... That's Queen Garan? Talk about an extreme makeover. So yeah, here you go. If you ever wondered what Ace Attorney's final boss would look like, this is it. It's all coming back now. The feel of my blood pumping through my veins. Woe to you, own enemies of Kurain, for I shall personally slice, dice, and grind you up into hog feed. I don't suppose I can ask her to roll back to her polite pre-makeover personality. Know this, lawyer. Yes? Now that I stand as prosecutor, consider your defense's bench a headsman's scaffold. If you wish to leave any last words, I advise you to start thinking of them now. While you still have a head which with to think, that is. Meep. She's dead serious. Now, it is time for the divination seance. Rafa, come forth. Went away and come back and yeah, evil spotted. Yep. Your benevolence, thank you for gracing us with your presence. New haircut added. Your benevolence, I understand why it may be difficult for you, but may we proceed with the divination seance? Yes, let us proceed. Forgive me for asking, but are you feeling physically unwell? If so, I advise you to avoid any undue exertion. Your benevolence? What's wrong? It's like your mind's anywhere but here. Lots happened since yesterday. On top of the murder of her beloved father, she also found out that he'd be planning a coup. And today she'll have to experience his death through his own eyes. Yeah, that would be enough to shake anyone up. Still, seems like she's worse off today than she was yesterday. Yeah, I don't remember her being this depressed. We must speak with our child. Yeah. Discipline. Discipline, more like. Wait. Garan didn't do something to her, did she? Your Eminence, about today's divination seance. As I understand it, the prosecution has yet to review its content. Is this deviation from protocol a part of your plan? Prosecutor Sadmahi, would you care to explain your actions? Your Eminence, the accused was caught at the scene of the crime. Therefore, I deem no seance would be necessary for such a clear-cut case. You and your bleeding heart. You seek to spare Rafa the trauma of witnessing her father's death. Is that why you have done this? Not at all. You were concerned for me, Prosecutor Sadmahi? That's oddly compassionate of him, all things considered. Your Eminence, your Majesty, regardless of what is best for her benevolence, this case is blessed with a bounty of incontrovertible evidence. So I believed we could reach a swift verdict without devoting precious time to a seance. You have a point. Personally, I would like to spare her benevolence any undue misery. Experiencing the murder of a loved one is a burden no one should have to bear. Prosecutor Sadmahi, your Majesty, can this trial truly proceed without a divination seance? Can't blame her for not wanting to experience her father's murder firsthand. Your Eminence, what are your feelings on the matter? Shall we have her benevolence return home for some much-needed rest? Nah, fuck that bitch. We shall not. You fools spoil her with your feckless words of compassion. Listen well, Rafa. You have spoken time and time again about how grown-up you are now. Yes, but... So, let us see if the Royal Priestess has truly come into her own. Are you prepared to fulfill your duty and perform the divination seance as you should? Yes. That's better. See? Problem solved. Poor Rafa, is this really a good idea? Guess we'll see. Very well, let us begin the divination seance. Nana, my robe. Oh. Looks like Nana's still missing. It's been a whole day already. Barbed head. Yes? You remove my robe. What? Why me? Don't keep her benevolence waiting now, Mr. Wright. Can't you see she's ready to begin? Great, I've been reduced to royal robe remover. It's like she's grooming Mr. Wright to be Nana's replacement. Very well, your benevolence. Please start when you are ready. Come, Rafa, you know what must be done. There is no turning back now. I know. The final memories of the deceased. This should be interesting. The deceased. Anyway.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Who peed in the pool of souls? Yeah, we get to watch the dance again. think we have about 2 more streams of this case left. I'm going to stop very soon, actually, because it's almost 4. Nothing again. Ha! Oh my god, she looks awful. Your benevolence! What's wrong? Flump. This is unacceptable. Bailiff, take our benevolence to the first aid station at once. This is not good. Your Eminence, do you have any idea why her benevolence collapsed so suddenly? It seems she was not ready for what the deceased was to reveal. It overwhelmed her. Her inexperience and immaturity left her ill-prepared to face her father's death. And she said she could go through with it. How very disappointing. And as someone who's not winning Mother of the Year, ever. I mean, of course Rafe is going to be overwhelmed. She's still just a child. It seems we have no choice but to move on to witness testimony. Your Majesty? Oh, yes. Let us proceed. Bailiff, summon the first witness, if you would. Dirk. Is this not the accused? It is indeed. I thought it would give him the opportunity to plead his case. For true justice is more than a unilateral presentation of the facts by the prosecution. That seems uncharacteristically fair of her. However, should the accused fail to produce convincing testimony, he, along with his cabal of traitorous lawyers, shall immediately be found guilty, and their heads will roll from their shoulders. What? Should have known there was a catch. Your court, your rules. Same as it always was, I see, Goran. Now then, Mr. Dirk Sadmahi, if you can enlighten us as to what happened. Well, I would if I could. Dirk explains himself. I was struck by a sudden dizziness the moment I entered the tomb. The next thing I knew, I was standing there with the bloody knife in my hand. And lying right in front of me was Inga, dead as a doornail. I have no recollection of what happened in the interim. But I didn't kill him. At least I don't think I did. It'd go against everything I believe in. That didn't explain squat. For the record, let it be known that the accused's fingerprints were all over the murder weapon. And since he was caught in the act, there was no chance for a third party to tamper with it. Well, you certainly seem to point the finger at you. That certainly seems to point the finger at you, Mr. Sadmahi. Even as a lawyer, I have to agree with you there, Your Majesty. Seriously, Dirk, this is no laughing matter. This is exactly what Goran wanted. To have Dirk try to plead his case, only to fail miserably. How low can she go? Prosecutor, behold this most unpleasant of spectacles, and let it be etched into your soul. See how instead of accepting the inevitable, those fish-brained lawyers flounder and flop themselves straight into the abyss of despair. Yes, Your Eminence. Show me the way. Now then, will the defense please begin their cross-examination? Get to see, that close-up right there. Evil. Dirk explains himself.
Hold it!
You were struck by a sudden dizziness. Was it because of his illness? Is that something that has ever happened to you before? Can't say that it has. Maybe age is catching up with me. I'm no spring chicken, after all. That's not the issue here. A most cunning excuse, one befitting an insidious insurgent. Oh? A killer who does not recall his crime. How very convenient. Next I imagine you will plead insanity. You aim to seek a lesser sentence through excuses and subterfuge, do you not?
Objection!
Damn, that's a good objection. Don't make me laugh, Your Malevolence. How dare you? merely stating my innocence. I have no intention of offering excuses. It's your baseless speculation that I would decry as foolish. You deceitful witch. Is it your wish that I should claim your head right now in this very hall? Well, that would certainly speed things along.
Hold it!
Dirk, why don't you let me handle it from here? If there's anything you need to say, you could say it through me, okay? Anything to stop you from needling the queen. Next time you have an objection, you'd better have some proof to go with it, Dirk. The accused will continue with what he does recall of the crime.
Hold it!
Do you recall anyone putting that knife in your hand, Dirk? Wish I could say I did, but I don't remember a thing from before I came to. Think there might have been a third party in the tomb, son? Yeah, because if you didn't do it, then the real killer must have been in there with you.
Objection!
Fire red leaf green grinding is a pain. Yeah, I can imagine so. Also, just want to point out here, Dirk Sadmahi's voice actor is Jameson Pierce, or Price. I think it's Price. Who's also the male announcer from Kirby Air Riders, a bunch of other very popular anime characters, and also Mama from Somnium Files. You called, Your Eminence? Does she go anywhere without those goons? Was there a third party in the tomb when you were securing it? No, Your Eminence. We searched high and low, but we found no one of the sort. And there you have it. Oh, right, they did search the place. Furthermore, my guards had the entire tomb surrounded, so there was no way for anyone to escape. That's right, no one got in or out without our knowledge. Your Eminence's on-site directives were absolutely flawless. Ah, do you see now? The presence of a third party is beyond the realm of possibility. The tomb was, for all intents and purposes, completely sealed off from the rest of the world. What a waste of time. How can it be any more obvious? Dirk must be the killer. Thanks for nothing, gallery guy, as if our graves weren't already deep enough. Accused, what do you believe about the possible presence of a third party? Well, based on the situation you presented, I'd say the chances are slim to none. You didn't have to agree with her, Dirk. Let the accused statement be added to his testimony. Very well, Mr. Sadmahi, if you would. It's like the more we press, the thinner our case gets. Well, let's keep pressing and maybe we'll work out the wrinkles in it, too. Possibility of a third party being in the tomb is probably non-existent. Do we have proof of a third person in the... This. Unidentified bloodstain in Mara's tomb. It was already wiped up and does not belong to the victim.
Objection!
Your Eminence, I'm afraid this trial will not go exactly as you anticipated. Because I could show you how there might have been a third party in that tomb. Oh, how very fascinating. Go on, I do love a good fairy tale. We did a luminol test at the crime scene, and we found a bloodstain that didn't match the Justice Minister's blood. I'll remind you that neither Dirk nor Miss Fey were injured during the incident. The thing is, this bloodstain we found had been wiped up by someone. What's this? But who would have done such a thing? That's the big question, isn't it? Who wiped up the blood, and why? Thinking about it logically, it must be someone who wanted to conceal their presence at the scene of the crime. Oh, and to whom do you suppose the bloodstain might belong? The bloodstain belongs to... Well, it doesn't belong to the victim, we know that. Saying it's Amara's is kinda stupid, because we know Amara wasn't there, the real killer. The bloodstain belongs to the real killer, of course. Whoever it was, they were probably shot while they were attacking Minister Inga. And since their blood would give them away, they had to wipe it up. I say this because we know for a fact that the Justice Minister fired his gun in the tomb.
Objection!
You have the memory of a flea. There was nowhere for anyone to hide. That, too, is a known fact.
Objection!
But a bloodstain from a third party means there must have been someone hiding there. Very well, then. Tell me this. Where was this third party hiding? Oh, the crime scene was thoroughly searched after it was discovered. So if there was a hiding place, it would have to be somewhere no one would dare to look. Somewhere no one would dare to look. Let's have your answer, defense. I mean, we know exactly where that would be. Now, where could a third party have hidden? And since we know Amara's alive, that means she wasn't in the sarcophagus.
Take that!
There's only one place no one would search, not even the Queen's Royal Guard. And that would be... inside Queen Amara's sarcophagus. Even now, it's locked up tight. No one would find you if you hid in there. I'm told that it's temperature controlled to preserve the mummy within. But if someone dressed warmly enough, they could withstand the cold for a short time. This is sacrilege. Surely the perpetrator of such a foul deed would be cursed. But that's just it. The killer knew everyone would be too scared to open the sarcophagus. True, guards were so scared of being cursed they wouldn't even touch it. And when the coast was clear, the killer made a quick escape from within their frigid confines. Well, now, that does sound like a plausible method of evading capture. The defense requests a DNA test on the bloodstain. And then we'll see just who the real killer is.
Such insolence!
Bow your head and kneel, lawyer. So your head may be parted from your shoulders. Huh? But the trial's not even over. Whoa! How soon you forget. You are already on the headsman's scaffold. As such, I could order your beheading at any moment. All I did was request a DNA test. There is no need to request such a test. Royal Guard, bring it forth now. Here you are, Your Eminence. The police have already identified the source of the bloodstain. The DNA test revealed that the blood is of the traitor, Dirk Sadmahi. What? But Dirk wasn't injured, so where did this blood come from? Maybe he coughed it up. Dirk's illness. Still, there was a lot of blood. Could he really coughed up that much? And did he wipe it up to hide his failing health? Dirk, is it really that bad? Oh shoot, you got me. Mysterious bloodstain updated in the court record. Analysis reveals it is Dirk's blood. Pay attention, Horned Devil, for this case has already been solved. You claimed that this bloodstain would lead us to the real killer, did you not? About that... Did you or did you not make the claim of your own volition, defense? Yes, I did. After she steered you in that direction, that is. Ugh, I fell right into her trap. Do you see now, the following opposing the very embodiment of the law? Whatever you say or do shall come to no avail. A third party at the scene of a crime? It's beyond the realm of possibility. No! Praise be for Queen Garon. Her Eminence's legal tactics are beyond compare. I hate to say this, but she really got us good. The key to Amar's sarcophagus is under protection of the royal family. My husband and I are the only ones who could open it. Therefore, it would have been impossible for some knave to open it. Can I really discount the sarcophagus as a hiding place, though? What if the real killer is still in there? No, that's just ridiculous. I believe that we have rebels and sympathizers in the gallery today. It is to you I speak. Have you been listening? Dirk Sadmahi, the one who proclaimed a bloodless revolt, has betrayed your cause by resorting to murder. No, it can't be. Dirk would never. There must be some kind of mistake. The Defiant Dragons and their sympathizers are starting to have doubts. So this is why Garon allowed us to cross-examine Dirk. By establishing his guilt in Inga's murder, she effectively damaged his reputation among those who support him. True, but now we have an even bigger problem. And now, filthy lawyers, you will honor your end of the bargain. Accept your guilty verdict for your failure to explain your client's actions. Huh? Now, I shall pass judgment upon the criminal, Dirk Sadmaki. What's this? You shall pass judgment? But your eminence, is that not my role? Hold your tongue. You are but a figurehead before me, the embodiment of the law. Consider yourself dismissed. As Queen of Kurain, I shall now pass judgment upon the accused. Damn, she just can hit the instant game over button.
Objection!
Wait. You didn't even give it a chance to rebut. Or rebut. Know when you are defeated, lawyer. But just this once, I'm willing to show you the depths of my compassion. Wow, okay. Tell me why I should allow these proceedings to continue. Come, convince me. Quick, Apollo. And if you have to bluff, you've got to keep this trial going. Show that the crime could have been committed by a third party. How am I supposed to do that? Oh, why don't you start with, how about the timing of Inga's murder? What? This whole case is built on a single premise. That Inga was murdered after Dirk entered the tomb. What if it's not true? Like if our assumptions are all wrong? It might just work. Well, don't keep us waiting, defense. Dirk became the prime suspect, because it didn't seem probable that there was a third party at the scene of the crime. But there's another question we should ask ourselves at this time. Was Minister Inga really killed after Dirk entered the tomb? What nonsense is this? Setting aside the assumption that the murder occurred after Dirk arrived on the scene, opens up the possibility of a third party committing the crime. The question before us is, when was Minister Inga really killed? Before Dirk entered the tomb. Isn't it possible that, before Dirk even set in the tomb, Minister Inga was already dead? That would certainly make the possibility of a third party more probable. Why, of course. I fell unconscious right after I entered the tomb. Even if I hadn't, I wouldn't have had a clear line of sight to his body from the entrance. Which means you wouldn't have noticed his body either way. This scenario is entirely possible. And so we can't rule out the possibility of a third person committing the crime. I see. Well, that certainly does make sense. So far, so good. This might actually work. Very well. I shall play along with whatever little game you have knocking around in that tiny mind. I was starting to get quite bored of all this. I could do with a distraction. Yes. Let us hear some testimony that will shed light on when exactly the minister was slain. Bailiff, summon Rafa. Surely she is recovered by now. But what about me? Don't I serve a purpose anymore? And I think that's, this is where we're gonna cut it for tonight. Yeah. So, great night, fun night. Yeah, no, I'm trying to start like stopping at like 4 without having to go too far beyond it. So that was my last normal stream for the week. There was a possibility that I was going to do a Friday afternoon stream, but I don't think it's going to happen now. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Tomorrow, as in Thursday, I cannot do the day stream. I need to get some stuff done tomorrow. And it's also a very rare opportunity for me to be home completely alone, so I could be as loud as I fucking need to be for, like, recording and auditions. So that's something I need to take care of when I wake up. But I will be here soon. If not during the day, one of those couple days from now, Sunday night. We'll do more Spirit of Justice. We may have some other stuff planned, too. I'm not sure just yet. Probably do a Vampire Crawlers, like, finale stream where I show off the last dungeon. Probably do a little more Tomodachi Life, because I am making progress on the island. And I got something cool coming in the mail soon for that. So we'll check that out. End of this month, we got Mina the Hollower. End of June, we got Dench Attack and Star Fox. And then we got Rhythm Heaven and Splatoon when I get back from Anthrocon. It's gonna be a packed few months, so we gotta make use of this, like, 1 month of free time while I can. But, yeah, just want to thank you all for coming. It means a lot to me. I know I say that every night, but it's true. It's good to see people here every night, and I appreciate that. If you want to watch more streams, check out twitch.tv/team/littlespace. There is no one else streaming on the team except me right now. Always fun to watch. Yep, thank you. I appreciate that. I am going to raid... Squeaky Orca. They're playing Resident Evil. You have a good weekend? Thank you so much. You too. If I end up streaming on Friday during the day, I'll post something on Blue Sky, and I'll post things in the normal places, so everyone gets alerted. But I don't know if it's gonna happen. We'll have to see. But anyway, stick around. Say hi to Squeaky Orca for me, and you all have a great weekend. Bye, everyone.